Welcome back, everyone, to Phil's Recap and Review, Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 4, The Spoils of War, or as HBO Go called it, Game of Thrones 64 or something like that. I don't know if it corrected it, but when it first went up on HBO Go, for the very first moment, didn't even have the episode title. It just said, or an episode description. It just said, the next episode of Game of Thrones. But it happened. It was on. We got Drogon kicking some ass in this episode. It was a very exciting end to this episode. The Dothraki finally did something awesome, or we got to see them in action. The promise that the Dothraki were what we wanted to see, or what I wanted to see from them. Just all around, for me, the best episode of the season. From beginning to end, I was kind of enthralled, had some emotional moments, but also had some just really fun, like crazy action. But I'm not alone. I have with me again this week, Joe Dirty Locks and Katie Crow. How are you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Good. And of course, we have the fucking chat. I know I look very creepy. For anyone watching the visual cast, I shaved, so I look like a creepy guy that would stand in the bushes and watch this episode of Game of Thrones while I'm touching myself inappropriately because it's so much stuff I wanted to see in this episode. That battle at the end was just intense as fucking hell. But everybody, if you want to get your conversation in here, you can get your voice in. We have a voicemail line at 781-990-8509. We also have a call-in line we'll be going to throughout the evening at 657-383-0370. And welcome to the discussion tonight. This episode got leaked a few days earlier. I don't know if Joe and Katie watched it earlier or not, or we're just watching it tonight for the first time.
No, I don't feel the need to. I want my excitement to be live for this. I want it all fresh.
I just don't look for it. If someone, like, if we were hanging at your house.
Right. If I had invited you guys over to watch it or something like that, you'd have been like, whatever.
Sure. No, why not?
No, wait. Don't. Stop.
Ahmed says I look kind of like Otto from The Simpsons. I'll take that. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Hey, great to see all of you guys tonight. I wanted more Drogon being grounded and fucking shit up. Now we can see that the real power of mass destructions are the dragons. Okay, so let's start off. Let's not like bury the lead, so to speak. Joe, Katie, what'd you guys think of the battle at the end?
Beautiful, amazing, loved it. It was emotional. I was on the edge of my seat. I leaned forward.
Ooh.
So to speak. Yeah.
I could almost smell the barbecue.
Yeah, smell the roasted Lannisters.
Probably smell delicious. They were probably half like disgusted and half like, is that Bob? Oh, Bob smells good. I've been so hungry.
I just have to say the Dothraki makeup and like wig jobs, not so great. Not so great, but other than that, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I think visually it was really cool. It definitely took some elements of the Battle of the Bastards. It wasn't the same director. The guy who's doing next week did this episode too. I have his name written in here somewhere. But really good. Definitely you could tell took some influence from the Battle of the Bastard, especially in that Bronn part when he was running forward. But that was the difference was in the Jon Snow part in the Battle of the Bastards. It was from behind. You got that first-person view. But then you also got that kind of first-person view from the Dothraki riding up. Being on the side, it looked at times it was video game, at times it was God fucking Zilla. It was Godzilla when they showed Drogon's face kind of just burning in lines and actually just skipping over Jaime, going, wait, that guy's got too much armor. I mean, plot armor on. Let me skip over him and burn someone else.
Yeah, dude. When Bronn had landed off his horse and got up and started running, it really made me think of the Telltale video game in that Red Wedding scene when your main character had to run through the camp and the wagons were floating by like there was that Dothraki that was coming up behind him.
I love how Bronn, unlike Jon in any situation, Bronn's like pushing people away. There's burning people flying at me. He's like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to fucking help.
If I need to, fuck y'all.
Holy shit! It started early. Morning Mayan says best episode ever. $5 super chat donation. Thank you for the super chat. We have a lot of who's Phil. I'm not Phil. I'm Phil's cousin Will. Phil, I fucking threw that fucking Santa beard guy out. So
the $10 one that went by.
Yes.
and that is Timo as well that said, sorry, can't stay. Have a great stream, you guys. Fuck Danny and Jaime as Azor Ahai, born amidst salt and smoke. Fucking confirmed. So let's do 2 spins of the magic wheel here. Spin
What do you
number.
think, Phil? Did she enjoy burning people or what?
Danny, of course.
Danny?
Of course, because let's get to that conversation that they have where Jon Snow talks her out of taking the 3 dragons and burning everybody alive. After that, the conversation must have gone, well, I don't think you should do that. That would be bad. And then Danny goes, but I gotta burn somebody. I didn't say don't burn people. I said don't burn castles.
Castles and citizens.
And citizens.
of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
The Lannister army's right there. Take your dragons and go burn them. If for some reason she left the other 2 at home because budget or whatever, no, because she needed 2 to guard Dragonstone because people are attacking Dragonstone. But I guess just in case you keep those 2 dragons there, it's not the stupidest thing in the world. But I would have liked to see all 3 dragons.
Ridden those dragons yet? Maybe they don't like.
But they'll listen to Drogon. They kind of go into the alpha in that situation. And we got everybody drink from the Mayan. Everyone out there with or anything. Everyone take a sip.
Oh, the moth just.
And for Timo, who gets a spin of the wheel, we give Timo's song. Here we go, Timo.
It's Timo's written tonight. It's Timo's written tonight. Fuck Sansa. Fuck Sansa. Fuck Sansa.
I got to do a silly, ridiculous dance at some point later. Thank you so much, Timo. Thank you, Morning Mayan. Thank you so much. And we got Stephen Michael Davis. Amazing episode. Why did she burn the loot in No More Men? Why did she burn the food? She did burn the food. Was she just getting carried away?
I didn't realize.
Yeah, maybe she didn't realize that was the food stores.
The cart that Tyrion sees running away and kind of burned, I believe that was the food where Tyrion was like,
I think all the carts were basically food and supplies and stuff like that. But maybe there was food that went other places or was ahead with the gold, but the gold had already made it into the castle. So
Stephen Michael Davis did a $5 donation, spun the wheel, gets a rant. So you get to tell Joe a couple subjects, and somewhere within the evening, when it's organic, when it's natural, Joe will oblige with a rant. And great to see everyone in the live chat tonight. Thank you so much for all you guys joining us. We know it's been a crazy for all the people watching this or with the spoil and everything like that, having to some people having to keep this shit inside. Couldn't wait to talk about this episode because I mean for action fun watching the episode, which right now for this television show which is a fucking TV show in its last couple of years and trying to go out with a bang with things coming together, for me this was one of the most entertaining episodes of Game of Thrones I've seen since. Well, I'm not gonna say since Battle of the Bastards. That's another one. Hard Home. It was another episode along those lines, and it would be up there in my my favorite episodes.
Yes.
Were there a couple little tweaky things that might bother me? Like we spent. It almost seemed like they were padding out time at points, even though it was a short episode anyway. Like when we get the 2 Stark guys just arguing about fuck all, it's like, okay, can we get a few seconds more with Sansa or something else here?
Arya and Brienne
or something like that. But no, we get fucking we get Jake and the Fat Man at the fucking front desk. Being like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass. No, I'll kick your ass. Don't tell Sansa. Maybe they did that to show that Sansa's feared there, and it was a way of implying that. I
have authority amongst the men, perhaps.
Exactly, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Maiden of Darkness. Lots of love to Maiden of Darkness, who said I look a lot younger with shaved, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Thank you, Maiden of Darkness. She also says Drogo bitch slap that ass. Fuck that crossbow. Okay, so 2 parts of this.
I was scared.
One of the best things I like to do is when I come out here and Joe and I are right about something. Tonight's one of those nights where Joe and I were both wrong about 2 different things. Now, I was going to wait for one thing later, so we'll hold off on what Joe's wrong about. We'll talk about that later tonight.
I think everybody knows what Joe is wrong.
I think everyone knows what Joe's wrong about, but we'll get to that later. But I'm wrong about anyone being able to hit a dragon with that fucking thing. Braun, with 0 training, because Braun just picks up and knows everything. He's like Rambo, Sergeant of Arms, or something like that. He just picks it up and he has perfect aim with it. But anyways, the dragon is a big target. He did hit the dragon, but I like how the dragon, it hurt it for a second, then it's like, wait, fuck this. This isn't killing me. and it
Come on,
went
take
down
it
and
out.
beat the shit
Come
out of
on.
it.
Well,
How many more of those things are there?
I also liked that.
Many, I would think.
Well, they only had one in their camp there, which is kind of sketchy. But I like that. When the dragon seemed to know what it was shot with and landed and first it burned it and then it whacked it with its tail. Like, so now it at least Drogo is going to know what to target first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dragons are smarter than people, right? Isn't that what they keep saying?
Dragons aren't idiots. And with Braun and stuff, it's really cool that Braun has that like Matrix-like speed to be able to jump out of that. And twice he dodges dragon fire in that situation. Once in that where he just jumps out at the exact right fucking time, and then when he saves Jaime and gets those 2 horses killed at the end, where he jumps off and he saves
horses. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, it was. Bloody Talker says $5 donation for Bloody Talker. Great episode, some minor issues with the battle. However, overall, fantastic ride for 1 hour, 52 minutes. I give it 9 out of 10 side buttholes and 2 sandwiches. I think that's a good ranking of it. I think there are some minor nagging issues, some plot armor, main character bullshit you could point out here and there, but it was a very fucking fun episode of Game of Thrones and one of the most fun hours or 52 minutes I've had watching this show ever, just because of everything come together. We get that Arya Brienne fight, which some could pick apart as cheesy, but I loved every fucking second of it because you actually got to see what Arya could do straight up. And Arya gets the blade so she can kill White Walkers now, and that's a cool thing. And it gave Brienne something to do rather than just sit there and be like brooding or some shit like that. I don't know. What do you guys think of that scene?
I loved it.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely. And it shows that Arya still has stuff to learn. She got booted in the chest.
I loved how I loved Sansa's response. Like, I don't know if anybody saw that meme I posted at some point.
Oh,
like, we get how all these characters have changed, and Sansa just seems to still be this like
perspectives. So different.
Bran has visions.
She was so pissy about it. She like, Arya can fight. I can't, and like walked off or something. I don't know. Or Arya's stealing Brienne and walked off.
See, I saw that completely differently. Yes, she had a reaction, but so did Arya and so did Brienne, which was shit. Littlefinger saw that.
I saw it as Sansa looking at it like being afraid of what Arya can do. Oh my God, that kill list is real. I thought she was bullshitting up until that point and kind of just playing with it. I also think it's funny that Sansa totally wanted to take advantage of that kill list. Who else is on that kill list? Well, you were. I want Arya to turn around and go, well, you were at one point, but I took you off the fucking list. Don't get back on the list, Sansa.
Yep.
Danny Arrington is in the live motherfucking chat. Great to see you, Dan Arrington.
Yeah.
And someone says, Phil, you motherfucker, you look like a 10-year-old. Oh, Jose for a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Jose. Let me spin the wheel for you. You were fucking awesome. I appreciate that. Appreciate your super chat donation. You guys are fucking amazing. So much appreciation. And you got bite of a sandwich. I will happily oblige you on a bite of a sandwich in this situation. Yes, Sandra is worried she's on the list. I agree, Sandra.
Everyone should be.
Shout out to Preston. Yes, Sandra's really upset. Toast for Daenerys' victory, says Antoine Thomas. Jade Dragon Melee, $5 donation. Awesome episode. Hope the wheel lands on Joe Rant again. Last week was epic. Poison dick. Hashtag poison dick side butthole. So here we go. Another spin. Thank you to everyone. You don't know how much we appreciate the super chat donation.
So much. Oh my goodness.
So
all I could think of was Robert Baratheon's words to Cersei when talking about a Dothraki horde in an open field. Anybody who meets 40,000 Dothraki screamers in an open field.
It's stupid, and that's Jaime Lannister. Toast to Jaime fucking Lannister. So we also got. Let's go through a couple of like quick points, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines at the beginning before we get into the recap. Davos was hot and bothered by Missandei, like totally flirting with Missandei. Oh, we got another super chat donation by Stephen Michael Davis. Littlefinger's annoyed. All he does is shamble around Winterfell, making goofy faces. Joe should rant about Sansa. So spin the fucking wheel. Spin the wheel. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I feel bad for Mira Reed. Me too. She should have got another take because that acting take in that scene was horrible. No, I feel bad for her too. She definitely has feelings or emotions for Bran, but Bran is gone, and Bran is a completely different person now. He is. I'm not Bran now. I am Borg. What, Joe?
And her brother, her brother died saving this kid's life. Like, yeah, have a little emotion, compassion. Like, dude.
Fascinating.
Us.
but I am Bran now. I am not Bran. I am Borg. I'm Locutus of Borg.
I remember Bran.
Resistant,
but now I remember so much more.
So much more. So much more. Oh, we got both take drinks, everybody. Joe, toast to you, buddy.
Oh, hold on, let me get a shot going here.
There we go. We got a toast to you. This is for the last super chat donation. Thank you so much. And I wish Bran's robotic transformation didn't happen off screen. I agree, Amanda. I was going to say that later, but that's an excellent point. The transformation that the last time we see Bran before he arrives at Winterfell, right before he touches that tree, I guess, or shows up even at the wall, he's a little bit more emotional and has a little bit more of a personality. Somewhere at the wall, getting a haircut drained all emotion of him. It would have been nice if we saw some of that shit at the, not that we had to spend too much time at the wall while Joe tries to take a shot, but I just feel like there was some missing information there in that situation a little bit.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Phil, the real reason Bran turned Mary down is because he'll marry Elisa Karstark. Possibly. Everybody, thank you so much again for joining us tonight. You guys are incredible. Here we go.
I don't think Mira was hitting on it. I don't think she wants Bran.
I do too. I do.
He's a little brother.
I don't think
he's a little brother.
She was just
no. I'm with Katie on this one. She wanted to see if he was fully functional android, Joe.
No.
I don't think she was.
Listen, she carried this little boy on her back for how long? No. She knows. She's been around that Pekka. She's had to help this kid do stuff. Like, come on.
She knows it works, Joe.
She knows it doesn't work.
He can warg his penis, Joe, and make it work.
Because they do have their own little brains.
Yeah, there is.
Well, he can warg into a giant for her.
Warg the penis. It happened. I saw it. I did it once. You don't want to know how. It was a messed up situation.
Yeah, dude, must have been.
Danny, anytime, buddy. Anytime, buddy. So Arya's scene was fun. I didn't mind it. It was good to see her fighting skill and to show that she could possibly take down someone like the Hound or Mountain. Like, you can imagine a possibility. Her and Brienne seem to be of equal skill level in their own stuff. They both got chances where they knocked each other down. We're gonna talk about this when we get to the recap, but I love her Serial Pharrell you're a dead girl moment right at the beginning on the first pass when Brienne goes easy on her. She just like gets her at her neck and gives her this look like, and I wanted her to say, and now you're a dead girl, but she didn't say it. She said it in her eyes. It was understood in Maisie's performance, and I thought that was a really well acted scene. Cersei and Grand Nagus Zek was really cool. Grand Nagus Zek is really hungry for those profits, and I thought that was an interesting scene, a lot of foreshadowing in that. I also want to point out at the beginning, because my first time watching this episode, I was like, oh, the gold didn't get to King's Landing. Cersei's fucked. Tarly,
I didn't think it had either.
But Tarly at the beginning, and I'm going to replay that scene later, right before the Dothraki attack and Drogon shows up, Randall Tarly comes up to Jaime right when he asks if he can flog people, and he says the gold made it through the gates of King's Landing.
Okay, I missed a little bit of that dialogue.
Right, so they must have sent the gold up ahead. So
it was at the front of the column.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's not that that's weird to me, but that kind of was surprising to me because I didn't expect them to actually get the money. Yeah. But I guess Cersei's actually going to be able to pay that debt. But I could have sworn.
Take out a whole new loan.
Yep, take out a whole new loan, get the Golden Company involved next season, which got a shout out in this episode. They're not going to get a shout out like that if they're not going to show up next season as Cersei as one of Cersei's forces. So holy shit, that scene was amazing. Great to see again. Great to see Iron. Great to see Jay Madden, Dave B, Rami, Tabitha, DJ 11, NY Kia, Mary. all of our friends listening to the audio podcast later or listening to the replay on that, please share your thoughts in the comment section below and share and join in the fun. So here we
I'm
go.
also surprised the Iron, like the Iron Bank is like, yeah, you got our full support, Cersei, as soon as we get paid. But like, we know the Iron Bank hedges his bets. They were giving out loans to Stannis and the fucking throne.
Yeah, I was joking about this in one of my other podcasts last week, but I'm no bullshit, Joe. He just reminds me they're the Ferengi, Ferengi.
Yeah.
They're totally different. They don't give a shit. All it matters is profit. They're double dealing. They carry bribes, all that sort of shit. That's not just a weird me getting all Deep Space 90. It's a good comparison to what these Iron Bank guys are like.
It really is.
They have the rules of acquisition. I wouldn't be surprised if the Iron Bank doesn't have like the whatever, however many. I'm not geeky enough to know exactly how many rules of acquisition are.
870.
No, I think it's like 400 something. Or maybe I don't want to say that I know how many. Someone's gonna say that. Anyways, people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Someone will know.
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up, Phil. So Cersei 9. Why was Tyrion at the Daenerys' battle? Because to talk to the Lannisters after the fact. I can't quite understand other than to deliver the line about Jaime. Yeah. You're fucking stupid, you fucking idiot. I don't necessarily understand why Tyrion was there. I'm sure it will get explained next episode because I did catch part of the preview for next episode. Tyrion's talking to the Lannisters and helping, or just trying to be that binding force of some sort, I guess, maybe. But I don't understand why Tyrion was there.
I can't think of any practical purpose he would serve. Only that he wanted to see how his brother did, I guess.
Yeah, what did he ride on the back of a Dothraki? What did he ride? Hold on. Was he riding on the back of the motorcycle? I want to see that. I want to see how Tyrion got there.
Tyrion's there because he wants
to ride a horse. I mean, he's not incapable of riding
and Tyrion's there because he wants to be there.
285 rules of acquisition, Joe. But he's there because he wants to be, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, he was at the last battle of the Blackwater. You know, he didn't necessarily want to be in the battle with against Robb Stark, you know, in season 1 there or whenever, season 2 or whatever. But you know, he probably wanted to be there.
Yeah, I guess
he just fucked up big time. You know, they got two halves of Dany's army destroyed. So I see him kind of wanting to be there, wanting to have a hand in it, wanting to see how this goes. And this was John's idea, probably.
Lady Nella says, "Thank you for the show, Phil. Will Arya?" Arya was giving Littlefinger stink eye through the whole episode.
Oh, absolutely.
Is Littlefinger on Arya's list?
I want to say yes, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know for sure.
I don't know. He should be.
Everyone's on her list.
Dinklage has a great agent. That's why he was at the battle. So someone in the live chat. Tyrion was there, so next week when Jaime gets captured, he can talk Jaime into joining Dany. Anyone find the second most anticipated reunion, Arya Sansa, really underwhelming? I found Arya Sansa a little underwhelming. I think it was interesting that Sansa started lecturing her a little bit, like, don't chase away from the guards, call me Lady Stark. I know it was a joke, but whatever. I found the Bran Arya moment really emotional, and I found when the 3 Starks entering Winterfell with the music, I got emotional on that part. And when Arya showed up at Winterfell, was like looking down. But the Sansa Arya one was a little weird. It was a little.
I don't think it was a joke at all. I don't think it was a joke at all. Yes, you do. Yes, you do have to call me Lady Stark. Sure. And then when she came up and she's like, "You shouldn't have run from the guard," she wasn't joking about that either. She thinks of her sister as the little fucking rat who runs and doesn't do what she's told. So she ran from the guards who told her to wait right there. They were supposed to have authority, and she ran from them, you know, hid.
Yeah, I think she was serious about that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have run from the guards.
And she was serious about, yes, you have to call me Lady Stark.
She was pulling rank there for a second. I don't necessarily mind that. Both take shots again, shit, or take drinks. So here you go. This is for you, Lady Nella. Thank you so much. I'm gonna take a shot of my beer and I'll pour a shot a little bit later.
I just think it's interesting you don't express these thoughts about Sansa until we're on camera.
That's because I'd have to deal with this twice.
Pandering?
Analysis of Thrones says, shout out to Davos
Deal
for
with this.
continuing the ways of
Weiss.
grammar master Stannis with his correction of less to fewer to Jon. That was a great moment. Oh, holy shit. Das donates $20. Thank you for everyone, chat or otherwise. Everyone in the chat, get a shot if you are drinking. Speculate on not seeing all 3 dragons because they don't have 3 riders yet. Discuss and drink. Joe was saying that earlier. Do you think the reason why they didn't have all 3 dragons is you mentioned this earlier because there was no one else to ride it?
They don't know anybody right now, yeah.
Yeah, well, and they may have, I mean, I would imagine they knew what size horse they were going after, and they don't necessarily want to show their whole hand all at once with all the 3 dragons.
I mean, that was
All they
pretty.
needed was Drogon.
That was pretty devastating.
Yeah.
With just Drogon and the Dothraki.
Imagine the
Oh my
destruction
God.
all 3 of them could cause.
Like, why did you
Like
even
that,
bring the
yeah.
Dothraki? Just Drogon could have fucking
And
done
that-
it. And
well,
they wouldn't
and I
have
think
They wouldn't have even known that Drogon was coming. He could have just flew up behind the column and burned the whole fucking column.
But I think that was part of the point too, because they needed to show that it's not just the dragons that you need to be afraid of. We have the dragon and 2 others in hold. Look at the devastation this one dragon can do, and then the devastation that this Dothraki horde can do. You need to be afraid on so many fronts.
Give up
And
now.
I think that was what this was very much about.
Wow. So thank you so much to everyone that donating right now. Das, Lady L, all of our super chat donating. You guys are fucking amazing. Already getting me a little buzzed. So we're buzzed. Let's get into it. The director's name was Mark Shakeman, by the way. He did an amazing job in this episode. Definitely, he's a television vet. I think he's done a lot of shows. I was looking at his IMDb a little bit. He's done like a lot of really good shows. I want to say he did a couple of episodes of Fargo. He's made his way around the scene. I think this was his first Game of Thrones episode, but he's like a television, like a TV directing veteran. He also is directing the next episode too. So let's go to the phone lines. Let's take our first call before we get into our recap. Let's take a call from area code 224. Area code 224. What's your name and what's your question?
Yeah, this is Dion. How are you doing, Phil?
Doing awesome, dude. How are you?
I'm good. I love your show. And my question is, do you think that Bronn is an asset for the North and for Dany? He might know everything that's going on in the South.
Do I think that Bronn isn't going to be an asset for the North with everything going on in the South?
Yeah, do you think he's an asset? And do you also think he can find out what Cersei's up to?
Bran.
Oh, Bran. Okay, sorry, I got Bronn on my mind. I think Bran. Yeah, absolutely. I think Bran is going to be. I was like Bronn. Yeah, I think he's going to totally fuck Cersei. But I think Bran. Yeah, I think he's going to be an exceptional asset for the North, not just for the Night King, but just because. But as for Cersei, I don't think so because I don't think he's going to give 2 shits about that. I think it's going to be beneath his time. I think he's just going to be an asset to kind of keep track of the White Walkers and be on an inside force on that and be able to kind of see anywhere and help strategize battle plans for Jon.
Yeah, agreed.
And for Arya.
And for Arya and for everybody. He's going to be the battle commander.
Right. So there you go. Yeah, he's going to be an asset for the North against the South because he just gave Arya the dagger. She's going to go fucking slice Cersei up with.
And the mountain.
or the mountain up with, or whoever else is on the list that she gets to go slice up with that fucking dagger. Like it's such a great weapon for her to have. Like, oh, perfect. Cat's paw. In the name of it is in the name of it cat's paw, right?
Or yeah, something like that. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure. Awesome caller, man. Thank you so much.
Adorable.
Oh, sorry. I clicked the button quickly, but dude, thank you so much for calling in. Excellent call. Let's get Jay in on here, Joe. Let's see what Jay has to say. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
I got a couple of things.
Do it.
Arya didn't run from the damn guards. Arya could have killed those guards.
She didn't have to run.
The guards are lucky that she didn't get pissed off enough to put them on the goddamn list. That's one.
Two, why should she have to do anything they say? You do realize she's Arya Stark, Joe. She's the Lady of Winterfell. They have to listen to her. Okay? So you're wrong about that. Let's go on.
I don't understand what he just said.
Sorry, Phil, but you're also wrong because Brienne is not on Arya's level. Arya bested Brienne. Brienne got one kick on Arya because she surprised her with that one kick. For the rest of the time, Arya was dodging her with her hands behind her back like it was nothing.
Fair.
Okay? Arya's level is way above Brienne. Also, Tyrion was there because of the fact that Dany was pissed at him and she did not fire him, and she really wanted to see if he could go through a battle and be killing his actual own people, because her faith in him was wavering because she realized the Lannisters are her family.
That's interesting.
Family, I mean. So, and also, he is the hand of the queen, and as to how we got there, he's the hand of the queen, so he probably had a horse, or he flew in with Dany, and then Dany dropped him off.
Bam! Bam! Jay, bringing it tonight with fire. I like Jay's fire tonight. Killing it. Killing both of us. I love it. I love it, Jay. Keep up the awesome work. You're a fucking great caller, Jay. I love you, dude. Love you. Spin the wheel for Jay's phone call. I agree. I agree. Jay deserves a wheel spin for his phone call.
I take one exception.
Katie, I love when you take exception. Do it.
Only that Brienne was holding. I mean, they may have both been holding back at first, but Brienne was definitely holding back at first.
Once the music kicked in, I don't think either of them were holding back. And I think that was when the real fight was on. Yes. And I think they purposely did that moment where they both could have got the final blow. But I agree. I think Brienne, if Arya wanted to kill Brienne would never see her coming. And would get her once she takes her armor off. Arya would be like hiding in a bush and then would take the armor off and be like, "You're dead."
Yeah, it wouldn't be a fight like that unless Arya wanted to have some fun.
Right, exactly. Arya would never, unless it's a sport or something like that. So let's take area code 330. Area code 330. You're on the show. What's going on? Hello, area code 330.
Hello, Phil.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi, what's going on? What's your question?
I wanted to ask you guys, have you seen that video of the leak of season 7, the last episode?
No, and please don't say any leaks. I haven't seen that yet.
But he'll probably go looking for it as soon as we're done with this.
You have given him a.
It was interesting.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. It was interesting. I just put you on mute for a second, but I just want to be very careful for no leaks or anything like that. But I will definitely watch that. And Joe and I did do a spoiler leak episode. If you want to listen back and hear that kind of stuff, we did one talking about all the potential leaks. And if you want to join our Discord group, there is a leak group that feel free to talk about any leak stuff and that. You can just join the Discord if you find the description box below. But I have to be extra careful of such bullshit. So okay, yeah. So
that's what I'm thinking too. But there's
there's some interesting stuff. So let's take area code 757. Area code 757.
Hello.
Oh, it's Broke. It's BBM.
Oh,
I can hear you, Broke. What's going on? We got Broke Black Man on the live chat. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah. Here's the thing. My opinion. I think we did good tonight. I mean, I wanted to congratulate the Targaryens. They took down the Lannister and the Tallys.
This is Antoine. This isn't Broke. This is Antoine Smith. Welcome, Antoine Smith. This isn't Broke. How's it going, buddy? You guys have similar voice. This isn't Broke Blackman. This is Antoine Smith. Antoine Thomas. Excuse me, Antoine Thomas. Antoine Thomas. Sorry, Antoine Smith. I was thinking of the Patriots running back right there for some reason. Antoine Thomas. Welcome, buddy.
Close.
No, it's not BBM.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say, if Joe and Katie there, I want you to raise your glass and bend the knee to the Targaryens on live chat right now.
Here we go. Here we go to Danny for kicking some ass. I'm gonna raise my drink. I'm gonna raise my fucking drink.
I will raise my drink in honor of all those poor innocent horses lost
Dead
in
dead
their
horses.
slavery.
Fire of blood, baby. Fire of blood.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm glad for both Danny and I'm glad for both Arya. Arya did embarrass Marjorie Tyrell's favorite soldier. Now Marjorie's in the next world. She's like, what the fuck?
Antoine, great stuff as always. We will talk to you soon. I got a message from you later. Sorry, but Antoine is amazing. Sends us some hilarious stuff, and Antoine is one of our best FOP members. Lots of love
I
to
already
him.
bended both knees in front of this.
Area code 347. You're on the air. What's going on?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on tonight?
Hi, how are you guys? It's Linda calling from New York.
Hey, Linda, what's going on tonight?
Not much. Well, we all know the Dothraki versus Lannister. That was amazing, of course. But I do have to call BS at the save with Jaime at the end, like charging up, and Bronn just happens to be there, and it just
like slow motion. Yeah.
Timing you could ever see.
Riverbank, huh?
Oh,
Sorry?
wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. We needed this Matrix slow motion moment there, right? That we did the do because and that was twice that the dragon fire. I mean, that dragon fire is quick. He would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Like, come on, yeah. Seriously, like, if we were sticking to real, if this was real Game of Thrones, then Jaime would just be dead. Like, that would be it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
we'll just move on. But anyway, that's fine. But what I really wanted to talk about was some of the other like nuanced scenes. I think Joe mentioned it before, that scene with Littlefinger and Sansa, and I know there was like some disagreement between what Joe thought and what I'm so sorry. I think it's Katie.
Yes.
Yes. Yay. Okay. Yeah. What you guys thought, because I tended to agree with what Joe analyzed, which is I saw what that brought me back to was back in season 1 with Sansa being just like the really spoiled little girl, and I feel like Littlefinger knows Sansa a lot better than she thinks he does.
Yep.
Because he knows, like, deep down inside, she's still that spoiled little girl who's jealous of like her other siblings because they all have talents and she doesn't really have all that much going on. I'm sorry. And so he kind of just knows that. I think it's kind of hoping the Stark children was self-sabotage because of Sansa and, you know, her jealousy towards her other siblings. Now that she's just finding her footing, it's like, oh, here comes Arya, and she gets along better with Brienne than you know, she herself does, because they're more like-minded. Like, their personalities are, you know, they're like the tomboy girls of their time. And so, of course, they're going to click a lot better than she does with Brienne. So I feel like, oh, here my siblings come, and like, where's my identity again? So I feel like she's kind of going through that. And Littlefinger is kind of smiling knowingly because he knows that, like, Sansa's way to mother, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what,
so,
I don't know if you could see Joe is dancing to your voice right there. He's doing a little dance and loving every second of what you were saying tonight. So awesome fucking call. Awesome fucking call and awesome stuff. Great to talk to you. Definitely feel free to call back anytime.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys.
You too. Amazing call, Linda from New York. Let's go to area code 832. Love it. We got so many callers right now. We're going to kind of stick with the callers for a little while before we get into our recap. You can't hear me. Well, we're going to stick with the callers for a little bit.
I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Yeah, no, you're like, what the fuck are you saying? You know, everyone was happy. Collectively, the world sighed a sigh of relief that I shut up for a fucking second. So let's get to area code 832. What is your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question? 832.
Hey, Phil, Joe, Katie. My name is Jason, calling from Houston.
Hey, Jason.
I have a two-part question.
Do it.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, so, Joe can answer it. I would love that. Okay. And my first part would be, I don't know, I missed it. Maybe I was not running the, subtitles. Did all the Lannister soldiers get killed in the, the Dragonfire?
Go ahead and say yes.
Or was just part of it? And did the gold already got delivered in the, to King's Landing?
Good question.
Awesome question. Awesome question, man. Thank
and
you
the
so
second
much.
part would be, the second part would be, Littlefinger. I know he's acting like a bitch, and he's not up to anything, and he's not up to anything, and I know he's not Joe's favorite, but I mean, he would be up to something.
Always.
And then the cat's paw is up this episode, so maybe he's gonna die, or maybe someone else is gonna die, and chaos is gonna be a leader.
Ooh, okay. Awesome call, buddy. What do you think about that, Joe? We're gonna let you answer those questions for our amazing caller. Thank you, 82. Great call.
Yeah, I definitely, the gold was definitely through the city gates, and there was some sort of breakdown at the front of the column. And if there was an ambush, the back of the column wouldn't be able to get there in time to back up the front. So they had to hurry up and like pass them by or something. But it was all too late, and the Dothraki attacked. But the gold made it into the city, so the bank's getting paid. As far as whether or not all the Lannister army or military is dead there, I'm going to say at least 3/4 of them, right? And whatever didn't die is getting taken. And that's not maybe just the Lannisters, but also the Tarleys. Yeah. So there was quite a big devastating blow to that force there.
That dragon has some breathing and fire capacity.
Yeah.
So he took out columns.
And whatever wasn't killed is definitely now it's definitely now prisoner. And
they better bend the fucking
whoever's not dead. I mean, just imagine how many soldiers have like skin sloughing off their bodies.
That's gonna be.
We saw them taking their armor. It was cooking them even
earlier. Imagine this.
Like that's a horrible death. That's why. See, maybe that's why the North in the first place, they saw what happened to these other armies, and the king in the North originally back in Aegon's day was like, you know what? I'm not going to let that happen to my people. Yeah. Because it's bad enough for the ones that die in that dragon fire, but the ones that live through that dragon fire are not going to have happy lives. Their families are not going to have happy. It's not going to be worth it for my people. I'll bend the knee.
Yeah. No, that's great. It's devastating to see that.
Huge.
You want me to suck that dragon's dick? I'll suck the dragon's dick. Whatever you want me to do, I'll fucking do. I just don't want to face that dragon in fucking battle again.
Yeah.
I mean, please.
Yeah. And cat's paw, that's definitely getting used on someone. I hope that it gets used on Littlefinger himself.
Jack, you're never late. You're just on time. Everyone, Hannibal, why doesn't Randall Tarley go to Old Town and get his sword back and give Sam a spanking? I hope they do complete that. Nell says the other dragons are only contractually obligated to a barbecue plus the last 2 episodes of the season.
Yeah.
Great point. Dylan says, I could have sworn I saw Lord Tarley burn in this episode. Did you see that too? I missed that.
I'm curious.
But I'm sure.
I'm gonna be looking for it on my rewatch. I don't know if I saw it.
I'm gonna say yes. Ashes to ashes. Ash to ass, sluts to dust. Great, Mike. I don't know. That's a fucking great alliteration, Mike. I love that. You guys are in the fucking chat are amazing. You guys are so fucking hilarious. Norseman says clean shaven. Yeah. I'm gonna grow it back now till the end of the season. So I had to get in my creepy hide in the bushes and petter face here.
No, that's a bright face, dude. That bright face is getting noticed in the bushes, dude.
It's true.
Unlike Arya's little round, cute face.
She's so cute.
No, that's getting used. I want to know. She knows that she saw Littlefinger and her father planning something, right? Back in season 1.
No, she knows Littlefinger's scum. She
knows Littlefinger was working with Tywin at Harrenhal and making plans. She saw him there.
She was there.
I want to say that he is definitely on that fucking list.
Didn't she add him on this list? Someone who's better with remembering shit than Joe or I, because we're fucking hippies. Do you please let us know. Is Littlefinger on Arya's list? If not, he's getting added and he's fucked. The way Arya was looking at him was, I am gonna fucking kill you. You're manipulating my sister looks. We have so many phone calls right now. We got Dash who does $5 more on Super Chat donation. Pod keeps getting trained. Who does he take out? I think he wants. I think Braun. You think he takes out Braun? I think he ends up marrying Arya because he was giving her "I love you" eyes when she was knocking Brienne around. He was like, "I love you, bitch."
Marries Mira.
Steven says, Phil, answer $20 donation for Steven. Answer my call. Let's take shots together. Steven, I will get to your call. Fuck this shit. Here we go. That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna hesitate on our recap a little bit and try to take some more phone calls because we really do appreciate all you guys calling in and we want to get your voice in the podcast. So let's take a few more calls before we get into our recap. This is from area code 479. Area code 479. Here you go. What's going on, area code 479?
Yo.
Oh.
Hello. How's it going?
Yo.
What's happening? How's it going, buddy? Who are you? Where you calling from?
I'm Jay Pleaser, man, from Van Buren, Arkansas, man.
Dude, good to talk to you. What's your question or comment?
I don't know if I got a question, but I definitely got a comment.
Do it. It's your show. Take over.
Katie made when Joe was so elated and exhilarated about the comment the girl made about Sansa, about that having zero identity.
Being told he was right.
Joe, I'm with you 1,000,000%. Okay, I'm sorry. The big thing about that is it's almost like Littlefinger may end up getting Sansa, you know, and it's like if that's the case, then it's almost like how the hell did Joe get Katie? I'm out.
Dude, awesome stuff. You're the man, dude. I love you, dude.
MVP.
You rule. Great call. Great call. Sorry, I cut you off at the end there. A great fucking call. You get the fucking Timo Award of the night for the call of the night. This is for you, buddy. Yeah.
It's Timo's written.
See, the Timo's Rant of the Night could also work as it's like sponsored by Timo. This Rant of the Night is sponsored by Timo.
It's Timo's Rant of the Night. It's Timo's Rant of the Night. It's Timo's Rant.
See, this is why I love taking calls. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you so much. Let's go to area code 8. Oh wait. The most disturbing part again in this whole song is it's I'm going go Ramsey Snow at the end there. That's disturbing on so many fucking levels. So let's go back to the phone lines. Let's clear the phone decks here. Let's go to area code 805. And I also owe Steve a spin of the wheel. Area code 805. You're on the air. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what's your question?
Phil, Steven, from out here in California, brother.
Steve, great to fucking talk to you, man. How are you doing?
How are you guys doing? Hey, Joe, what's up, man?
Good.
I'm doing well, man. How you doing? Good.
Good, man. Good. What a freaking episode,
dude! So much fun. I love watching burning things.
I want to get your.
Oh yeah. Sorry. What was your question?
No, I just want to talk about Arya. You kind of stole it in our household over here. I got my wife over here, Lori, and my son Mason were watching the show, and they're both totally hooked. But Arya, they did a good job humanizing her a little bit, I think. I mean, she's smiling a little bit, having fun with Brienne. I just thought that was really cool
yes.
to bring her back a little bit. Now she's home. I just want to get your thoughts on that. And what do you think is going to happen next week as far as they're going to be setting the table for everything in 6 or some stuff going to go down in Winterfell?
Awesome. Great call. And Steve, awesome to talk to you, buddy. Great stuff. Thank you so much, Steve,
you got
for all
man.
the support, dude.
You got it.
For Arya, I agree. I think being around home and being back in situations is making her feel, even seeing Hot Pie a couple weeks ago, is starting to center her a little bit. I think she is the ultimate balance right now of being Arya Stark and using the elements of the no one.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think finding out that Jon Snow, I think this is the best thing that could happen to Arya. And she's just going to be such a great general, lieutenant, whatever you want to call her, for Jon Snow in this final battle. I think she has a Valyrian steel dagger now. She can kill White Walkers. And imagine her in the way she can fight in that final battle or whatever, in a big battle against the White Walkers, just going fucking fucking psycho crazy, like killing a bunch of fucking ice zombies. She would be insane in that situation as one of Jon's forces. And once Sansa wakes the fuck up, she's gonna realize that her Queensguard or her fucking Northern of the, she shouldn't be scared or intimidated by Arya. She'd be like, Arya's on my fucking side. I have that and Brienne. Those two want to support me. Fuck Littlefinger. Why am I listening to Littlefinger? Piss off. And on Littlefinger for a second, why hasn't he left? What the fuck? Once he heard that from Bran, we'll get to that in the recap, but once he heard that shit from Bran, chaos is a ladder thing, and Arya's eye fucking him, why is he there? What was that?
Who did Baelish say that to? So that was a line that he repeated, right? At some
Wasn't it to Varys?
I thought that's what I'm vaguely remembering. It was to Varys.
Was it to
when
Varys?
they were standing in the throne room, like pissing at each other?
Yeah, was it? People can correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm probably wrong. And people in the live motherfucking chat, there's some people in there that would probably know better than me. I'm not sure exactly when he said that. Oh, Rich Critch, call back to the Chaos is a Ladder, call back to Arya and the guards in season 1, call back to Mance being too proud to kneel. Just a fucking great episode in general. Rich, thank you so much for your super chat donation. You are amazing. We got both take a drink, so I'm gonna sip on that for the last one. Oh gosh, that's fucking amazing. And we also got another super chat donation. Holy shit, from Al, Red Sox fan, one of the great guys out there. Lots of love to Al, Red Sox fan. It was to Varys. People were saying it's to Varys. I'm on. Al, Red Sox fan, said, Phil and Joe and Katie, best YouTube channel for fan friendly. This is the channel to support. Thank you, Al, Red Sox fan. You are amazing. Fucking crazy. Rich, you got review commentary cast of your choice. So Rich, send me a private message on Discord or an email at igotissuesman@gmail.com and let me know what you want me to either do a live watch of or a review or a podcast or live stream of. You let me know and you'll get it. Al, Red Sox fan, fucking crazy. Brand said chaos is a ladder. A previous Littlefinger quote, Baelish, chaos isn't a pit, chaos is a ladder. Oh, shit. So Katie should make her own YouTube channel because I want to hear her opinions. Love Phil and Joe, though, but I want to hear more of Katie. So, Katie.
I know, it's tough to hear me over Phil and Joe.
It is.
Yeah, I absolutely say she should start her own channel. Let you guys hear it a little bit more so I don't have to.
Oh, okay. So speaking of which, so let's take this, Katie. We're gonna address this caller. Katie, this is area code 715. Area code 715. Who are you? Where you're calling from? And ask Katie your question.
What's up, Phil? It's the Madcap. Okay, my question for the lovely Katie Crow is: Did you see Dickon had a little bit of the Tarly cowardice in him? And before you answer that, everybody was so pumped up about the battle. It was awesome. But I think Danny really screwed up because they lost a lot of numbers. Granted, they were burned, but that's advantage White Walkers. I mean, so, they even said they only have less than 10,000. So, granted, you got to do what you got to do. She could have just burned the food supply and got the hell out of there. So, I'll take my call off there. Love you guys. Later, Joe, you grumpy bastard.
Thank you. No, I don't necessarily.
Wait, that was for Katie. Katie.
Yeah, I do agree. I would say it's probably anxiety, perhaps environmental from, dad's loving care of his children. And you could see it a little bit in Dickon too. And he did stab someone in the back to save a life.
Yeah, he saved Jaime's life. He definitely did. To Dickon giving everyone an LOL moment at his stupid fucking name. Dickon. So let's take another call.
I just want to say too that I don't necessarily think it wasn't when they said in this episode when they were talking about the 10,000 troops. I think they were talking about the troops in the north at that time.
Yeah, they have
not Danny's troops.
Right. Yeah, the truth. It was John talking about how many troops he has, and that's what that was the line that Davos gave the Stannis grammar Nazi thing back.
Right. So, and we don't really know how many Dothraki ended up getting burned in any of that.
No, I mean, but ultimately the Dothraki definitely got the better of that fight. We'll say if there was the Dothraki lost a very small percentage comparatively, but I mean with the Dragonfire, as exacting as Danny thinks she could be, some Dothrakis
burned too.
Yeah, some Dothrakis must have gotten burned too.
They seem to have accepted that though. Like they're
cool. They're Klingons.
They're like
they're Klingons, Katie.
The spikes, so everyone else could. Yeah, no, I think
Day with a Dothraki. Today is a good day to die.
Yeah.
It's they're Klingons. That's fine. That's fine. Dickon song on the voicemail. Oh, was a Dickon song on the voicemail? I can't wait to get to the voicemail at the end of the night. So area code, check it out. Hey, check it out. I got to get to these voicemail. So area code 985. Let's take this call. Area code 985. What's going on tonight?
Hey guys, it's Draven from Louisiana. How's it going? Still okay?
Doing amazing. Right? Yeah, we can hear you all right. What's going on, dude? What's your question, comment?
Cool. Quick comment and a question. Comment is, I think Brienne and Jaime are never going to hook up. I think Podrick is working on that.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing Brienne down.
Playing the long game. Playing the long game.
My lady.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's beating him down. It's only a matter of time he turns the tables, you know. Comment, though, my question, sorry, is Bran's going like tactile, telekinetic, seeing everything. So my question is he seeing things or is he fulfilling his role as the three-eyed crow? So my question is, what if the long night hasn't happened yet? What if he started telling the story a long time ago and the long night is happening now? Because we're only finding evidence of it now as the story goes forward. There's no proof in the past, just the stories that might pass down. So did that happen? And the long night is actually happening now for the first time. And that's why it's so important to get everybody together. But I'm going to get off the air. But love y'all guys. Catch y'all later. What you think?
Cool call. I mean, I think that connects with the Bran time traveling. All is the three-eyed raving. Bran is the Night's King. That's all those fucking shit like that. That I must admit, that's a little beyond me when it comes down to it. What I think about it is whether that ends up happening deeper along in the storylines with the books and all the I don't think on the television show they're going to go down that route. Things are going to be a little bit more simple where it comes down to it. But that is some interesting stuff. Joe, do you have any thoughts on that?
No, you said what you said.
What I said. Oh, thanks, Joe.
Ditto.
You're not the best color man in the league for nothing, Joe.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
So, I love you, Joe. Area code 480. Area code 480. What's going on?
Hey, Phil. How's it going, man?
It's going great. What's going on tonight? Who's this?
This is John from Pittsburgh. How's it going?
It's going great.
So there's one thing that caught my ear, and I apologize because I missed the first part of your broadcast. I'm not sure if you guys touched on it, but it was very slight when the guy from the Bravos Bank and Cersei were talking when they were looking over the map of Westeros, and she said that her goal is to take over the Seven Kingdoms. He had said something about the fact, or she said that her maester or hand or whatever had contacted the Golden Company, and the guy said, "Yeah, I know him really well," and that they've gotten a lot of things back for him. And she goes, "Good, I need to get something back for me." It wasn't Dava or Dario part of the Golden Company, and does that mean that he might be paid to come over and bring Tyrion back? And there might be like a
Banners, I believe.
Danny Tyrion thing going on there. And I'll take the comments out there, man. Thanks. Awesome. You guys do a great job. Thank you very much.
Oh, you did an awesome job too. Great call, dude. And have an awesome night. Joe, what were you saying?
Is it Dario's the Bloody Company or?
He was the Second Sons.
Second Sons, that's it.
Second Sons. That could be interesting. That Dario could come back in that kind of context. I don't know. Joe, go.
In the video game, they use the Golden Company is used in the video game in the Telltale game.
They are
chapters, which tie in very perfectly with this.
Yeah, you've talked about that a couple of times, and people might be whatever, but no, if you haven't seen the video game, it's set in the television show universe, and it doesn't necessarily add something you have to watch, but it definitely adds a couple of elements here and there with background noise. It's not the best video game, but it's a good watch.
It's fun. It's fun.
As far as video games go, there's not much action, but you'll find yourself
it's like watching a cartoon episode of Game of Thrones light, like Degrassi the Junior Years or something like that. It's like watching.
It's not that light either. It's not.
I mean,
remember episode 1? How come on.
People hate when some people hate when I maybe go on a Star Trek rant, but what I mean, it's like watching that episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, Lower Decks, and you're watching the little guys in that situation instead of following Data and Picard. You're following Ensign, Shitfuck, and douchebag Forrester,
Minor House, yep.
Minor House and stuff. Das. Another donation, $25 super chat donation, because I won't bend. Emo brand will be revealed as every brand Stark. This connects to the caller's point. There's ever been, future or past, motherfuckers. See all, I added motherfuckers. See all, did all. Built the wall, built the tower. Crypt is now home. Take the fucking bow, you miserable. Spin the wheel for Das and drink, says Q. Q, I do anything you say. Spin the wheel. The wheel is being spun. So let's take one more.
Three-eyed crow is Bran the Builder, the one who built.
Oh, Das, you got a very good one. Everybody, I don't care where you are, whether you're listening to this podcast and you have a glass of water with you. This is for Das. Let's everybody pick up whatever drink you got in your hand. Let's toast to Das for the super chat donation, and to everyone listening to this audio podcast. Try to join us live on Sunday nights at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, right after the episode airs, because the motherfucking chat is the best people in the world, and you get to call in, talk to us, get your voice in the podcast too. But you can also leave voicemails 781-990-8509, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If we don't get to them on this show, I'll be doing a feedback show on is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday night at 9 p.m. I will be with Azora Hype this week. Kyle, we will be taking questions. Yeah, great name. We'll be taking questions this week. So if I don't get to any of your voicemails, Kyle and I will get into this week. And then the week after that, I have King McKay will be the guest on the feedback show. And the week after that, Tony Teflon. So those are our next 3 weeks. And then the final week of the season, Joe Dirty Locks will be my feedback guest. So those are the last feedback guests for the remainder of the season. Also have to thank The Walking David, Nick from History Buffs, and of course Rorist for joining me on the feedback shows earlier in the year. We might have a couple more podcasts with some friends here and there popping up, but that's the schedule for the feedback shows for the remainder of the season. Yeah, I did King McKay too, and I haven't heard him on many live streams, so it's going to be cool to do a live stream with King McKay. He often pops in here in the live chat, so it'll be good to get him. I see a lot of people on hold right now. We will get back to the calls. Let's take one last call and then get into the recap. So area code 908, what's going on?
Oh, dude, thank God. I was actually off on your show, season 5. It's awesome to be back.
Dude, good to have you.
All right, so I just had quick question. Where is Gendry? Like, I know he's not the most popular character, but I can't stress and want to see this guy, like, wield a Valyrian steel warhammer and just crack some White Walkers. Like,
Totally.
I know he's been into that. I know people have seen him at the filming sites for the Game of Thrones, but, do you guys think he's coming back, or do you think he's just, they wrote him off?
Excellent question. I definitely do think he's going to come back at some point. I don't think he's written off. There's too much build up to him. He will be here this season at some point.
Is there build up to him? What's the build up to him?
I think there's a lot of talk about him from the fan. They know it, and he's always around, and he still goes to all the premieres and goes to everything. He's just around. I do think he's come back, and I do think he has a purpose to come back too. We got K Rich in the live chat. We also fucking so much cool stuff going on in the live chat right now.
Yeah, he'll be the blacksmith that brings back Valyrian steel.
I love this. Yeah, exactly. Mike says Joe Dirty Cock. I like that. And someone asked, where's Carmine? Carmine is he puts out so much content this year, and also with the podcast, but Carmine will also be on the show. We're gonna probably have a special podcast either right when the season ends, or he may pop his head in here and there, but Carmine's super busy this season, so he hasn't been able to join us on the recap shows. But actually, I was just talking to him tonight. He really does want to come back, so he may pop his head in here before the season ends on one of these recaps. And I definitely set up a show that Carmine and I are going to be doing, sort of like an extra feedback show, maybe after the season or one of the weeks before the season finale or something like that. So we haven't been able to figure it out yet, but Carmine will be back on the podcast at some point soon.
We look forward to his.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. And he actually he almost came on tonight, but timing was just a little bit fucking difficult. So but his ass will be back. So let's get into this, Joe. It's about time. Let's do it. Recap.
Woo! I think we broke Joe. He just limped away.
Did we break Joe?
Yeah, it's too much for him. Too much.
He can't handle it anymore. So we're back. I'm sorry. I also broke my radio for some reason right there. I broke my computer and I could only hear out of one side. Oh, do we get another super chat donation from Das because I won't bet? Oh no, there we go. There we go. Another super chat. Did I miss one? I think I missed K-Rich. Drogon is a graduate of the Rickon School of Flight. You have to admit he's big, but turns slow. But come on, just turn at the last second. But here we go for the recap. We got one more. Look for 586 next week. Phil, Joe, and Katie. I'm gonna bring it hard. You better bring it hard. You like it hard. I can't speak for Katie, but I like it hard.
It's preferable.
Katie, Katie, why don't you verbalize that? I think people want to hear you. No, I'm sorry. People want to hear you say that.
Hard is preferable.
Whoa. Yeah, that's it.
Amy and Dickon.
The wheel is getting a workout tonight.
That's why Dickon was so anxious, because he can feel that tension between him and Jaime.
Yeah, Joe's out dropping a deuce right now. But anyways, we open up to the sound of horses. Then we see the carriages and the Lannisters' troops marching in from Highgarden and yada, yada, yada. Jaime pauses for a second to show the gold, mainly I think, for the trailer. Like, I think that was the only reason, Katie, he stopped for the gold. It was just so in the trailer we could see the gold.
Yes, remember gold? We have
gold is gold here. So he takes the bag of gold and he hands that over to Bronn. And Bronn says, "Aye, my leprechaun! I take the bag of gold, Demi Lannister."
Wait, who's the leprechaun? I missed the leprechaun. I'm so lost.
Oh my goodness. Mike wants you to pee on him, Katie. What's going on in the live chat?
Whoa! Oh my!
Yeah, Katie was tired of being on the couch in the background. No, yeah, exactly. Katie,
I don't know. I might get back in the background. This is getting a little
again. Joe's kicked off the podcast. It's just the Katie and I.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe's fired, Katie. So anyways,
I'm still on this. Someone wants me to pee on them. Whoa.
Well, but maybe he has a wound. Maybe he has a wound.
Sure.
It could be a medical thing.
Yeah. Is he hot and dehydrated traveling through?
I'm sure he's hot. Is that a question you really want to ask? I don't know if that was the best. Okay, I don't know if that was the best first question. But speaking of hot people, Bronn and Jaime here, and Bronn has like a bag of gold, and it's kind of a really cool moment where he grabs his gold and says, "My precious," and then Bronn asks,
Bronn of the Blackwater.
He's like, ask Jaime why he's upset, and he's like, "Give me more shit."
With a saddlebag full of gold, complaining about it.
They go back and forth, and they have some zingers about where's my castle. He wants Highgarden. Jaime says you don't want Highgarden. Dany could just take it back. It's a lot of upkeep. He goes, that's why you're sad. It's a funny scene. They go back and forth with some fun dialogue between the two of them. It's they fuck with each other. And Katie, who is your preferred Bronn and Lannister pair? Do you prefer Bronn and Tyrion from the early seasons, or do you like Bronn and Jaime better?
I'd like Bronn and Tyrion better, but Bronn and Jaime is entertaining too. Yeah. They all mesh very well with Bronn. I don't know, he does a really good job at like meshing with all of the Lannisters. I want to see him with Cersei.
Ooh, you'll probably never see that just from like just for a behind the scenes situation.
Yeah.
They used to date.
Oh really? In real
life?
Really? Not on the show?
No, not in the show.
He didn't get in on that Jaime action at one point?
No, never.
Way back when in high school, Bronn and Cersei.
No, but But yeah, it would be interesting to see him with Cersei as well.
Yeah, he has like verbal, all like the way I don't know. I can't even talk right now.
I think it's the same.
Oh, we got Stephen Michael Davis with another super chat donation. Why'd they show the Queen of Thorns telling Jaime she killed Joffrey in the previously part on? I think to show to Jaime that Tyrion had no part of it for a future scene with Tyrion and Jaime.
And it was just juicy fun.
And because she was there to see Cersei immediately lash out at Sansa and Tyrion. So
yeah, see how horribly mistaken you were, and the chaos that has reigned because of that. Oh, and this is fun to stab you in the heart over and over again with the memory of how your son died and the shit that you've done because of it.
I owe Jose a bite of a sandwich. I do. And Joe, the wheel landed on Joe drink. So Joe, you have to have a drink at some point. So one of the funny lines in that situation is Bronn goes, "Yeah, I'm sure Cersei's rule will be peaceful." Yeah, stranger things have happened. So then the Tarleys show up and Tarleys say this shit.
Fire and blood
in the reach. So Bronn,
he sends Bronn off with the Tarleys to go convince farmers to give up their crops. So then we go to the Iron Bank guy kissing Cersei's ass about being better Tywin than Tywin and talking all this Ferengi stuff. Like, give me your profits and I will support you in the wars to come because I am the Grand Nagus and it's inconceivable.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good.
Just kill this guy.
Just kill this guy now? You think Cersei should kill him, Joe?
Yeah, why the fuck not? She kills everybody else. Yeah. Why pay this guy?
I want to see her kill Jaime personally, but
hey, bite your crow tongue. So it's an interesting scene with Grand Nagus, Zek, and Cersei.
What are we watching again? What?
Sorry, what show are we watching? Where the Iron Bank guy is just talking about profit the whole time, but he kissed her ass a little bit, but he says, "I'm neither a nice guy or a lord, and if you want to, if I'll support you if you pay me." And Kai Burns been talking to the Golden Company already, and they'll help her kind of build a secondary army and that she pays for. And it's a good scene between the two of them. Not much to talk about. Anything else you guys have to say about that scene?
No. Just moved things along pretty much.
Das says he donated $50. Can everyone just drink?
Whoa.
So Das,
for goodness sake.
But your two fucking $25 donations deserve an everyone drink. So here you go, motherfucker. Toast to you. Thank you to everyone that has donated in the super chat tonight. You guys keep me going, keep me helping me pay my bills. I appreciate that. Keep us alive. Keep me rationalizing to my wife to keep doing this. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's a yada yada scene. So then we get into one of the better scenes of the episode, I think.
What?
Jaime the pussy.
It's fine. Nah.
Then we get into one of the better scenes of the episode, Littlefinger and Bran. Littlefinger is a fucking cockroach right now. And it's just interesting to watch him be so obvious. Okay, now we're going to have Littlefinger kiss up to Bran and try to manipulate a cripple because he thinks he can better him right now because he's the Lord of Winterfell. Yeah. So he's got to manipulate another person.
He's going to each one of them like, oh, John's king. Got to go butter him up. Oh, fuck. The Lord's back. Got to go butter him up.
Yo, with the Littlefinger, do any of this shit?
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm not Joe, but
no, Katie. But I think he's smarter than this to know that he couldn't do this. I mean, I guess with Bran, he thinks he's just fucking with a cripple.
Well, I think he doesn't know what these kids have been through necessarily and where they are at this point. They aren't the same kids that he met way back when.
And he certainly doesn't.
He's taking measure of them. And that's where my interpretation of the looks between Sansa and Arya and Brienne, it seemed like they figured out it was very dangerous for him to see this because now he knows exactly what Arya is capable of. And that's not a good thing. The more he knows, the more dangerous he is. And he is trying to accumulate as much knowledge about these kids as he can.
Good stuff, Katie. So let's play a little bit of this scene. So Littlefinger wastes. He's like,
The
listen.
last man who wielded it meant to cut your throat, but your mother fought him off.
So sick.
The other
Littlefinger,
dagger,
talk.
the one that took her
Don't
life.
take so many pauses, asshole.
I would have stopped that dagger with my own heart, if I could have.
And he just goes around and tells everyone how much he wants
I
to fuck
wasn't there for
Catelyn.
her when she needed me
Oh
most,
my goodness, he can't help himself.
but I am here for her now. To do what she would have done. To protect her children. Anything I can do for you, Brandon. Need only ask.
Do you know who this belonged to?
I hope all three kids bathe.
See, I think this was Bran fucking with him right here. Do you know who this belonged to? Knowing that he at a earlier point, he probably said that Tyrion, it was Tyrion's. So I just think this is Bran totally fucking. I love this moment. This is my favorite Bran Stark moment.
Well, it belonged to Peter. Peter lost it to Tyrion in a poker game. Or
That's what he told. At least that's what he told people. And by the way, Jose, I'm taking a bite of a sandwich right now. But yeah, at least that's what he tells people. I think Bran just owns him in this situation.
Yeah.
Littlefinger talks his ass off and talks.
That very question was what started the War of the Five Kings. In a way, that dagger made you what you are today.
And Jaime pushing out a window. You go, Jaime.
Right.
From your home, driven out to the wilds beyond the wall. I imagine you've seen things most men wouldn't believe.
Cat's pussy game's got to be out of this world. Pete's live music. That's why he isn't saying anything, because he's a gruesome death coming for Littlefinger. Phil Littlefinger sandwich. Here's where it gets interesting. And this is where Bran might not be Bran anymore, but he doesn't mind flexing his powers. He doesn't mind
go through all of that.
And it's interesting. He's doing this to everybody. He wants everyone to know he's the real deal. And he did it to Sansa. He did it to Arya. He's doing it to Littlefinger. And he's doing it to Littlefinger because he wants to let him know that he knows his shit. And later when we get to the Stark scene, he also tells it when Sansa's like, Littlefinger's up to something and blah, blah, blah. All power to Sansa. I'm not going to give Sansa shit for this episode. A lot of shit to Sansa, but there's not too much shit for Sansa this episode other than Bran sees things. But other than that, that's nitpicky. She is trying to warn him about Littlefinger. Bran doesn't give a fuck about that. He's like, I see Littlefinger coming a mile away. You don't have to tell me Littlefinger's full of shit. I know Littlefinger's full of shit.
The Night King bitch.
Yeah, the Night King bitch. He's like John. I don't care about anything. This is trivial. Littlefinger's bullshit doesn't matter. Arya's gonna fucking stab his ass. You see the way she's looking at?
And that's like Sansa's still thinking about the Seven King, about the war down south.
She doesn't
not
realize
thinking about up north at all.
And I think she's gonna wake up.
I think
Way home again.
on those that have traumatized her, not the trauma that she doesn't.
Right. She only knows the trauma of real people. Only Jon and Bran really, and the wildlings, know for real what the fuck's going on.
And such.
Here we go.
Chaos in the world.
Here it is.
I can only imagine.
Chaos is a ladder.
The look on this was a good episode for looks and people interrupting things.
Really?
Arya did it later in the episode too, but it was a Stark interrupting thing. Arya interrupted Brienne when Podrick would, or no, it was Brienne and that's why you shouldn't fight people like her. And this is Bran's moment where he just kind of cock slaps Littlefinger right here. What did you guys think of this moment? Bran flexing his power.
I liked it.
Go ahead.
But I know, Joe, you're not like the biggest Bran fan, but I've liked him so far. Even his sort of detached bullshit. I feel like it's at least a character choice and kind of sets him up in a somewhat interesting way leading into the final stretch here.
Not until this episode do I kind of like it, and I didn't even really like it. Like emo Bran is kind of more annoying to me, but I didn't find him to be so emo in a couple of these scenes. Like when he was talking to Arya and Sansa, like he was still all flat and whatever, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. I don't know.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, I was annoyed by it last episode, and I mean, it's a little annoying. But this episode, it doesn't seem like he's so without the Bran that he seems to be expressing that he is. Because in this scene, it seems like he has a little bit of that like stark pride almost in this interaction.
And he's getting Bran in his diet. No, he's
always a good thing.
It's always a good thing. It's healthy. It's fucking healthy.
And I guess I kind of liked it too because not only has he seen or most likely seen what Arya's been up to or has done and been doing and shit, but maybe also he remembers the last time they were at Winterfell together, and you know she's obviously better at him with the bow and all that shit, and knows like, and is finally come to grips with the okay, yeah, I've already kind of come to grips with him never walking again, but I was never a fucking warrior to begin with. I wanted to be, but I just wasn't.
Yeah, for whatever reason, warrior was not my lot.
So yeah, this dagger's got nothing to do with me whatsoever. A, it wasn't me then, and B, it's definitely not me now.
Yeah.
And it is her. She's got a list, and this will help her with that list.
So our next scene is Maester, or no, we also hear the new Maester of Winterfell is Maester Wolken. So Mira comes in and she says, nice wheelchair that the Maester built for you. And she wants to return to her family. She wants to be with her family during the long night, or the new long night. And she doesn't want to leave, but she has to be with her family. I thought this was a weird scene. I don't think it was I thought as much as I like the character of Mira, she hasn't had much to do other than drag Bran or sit there in the background. I just didn't like this scene for some fucking reason. Maybe I'm an asshole.
I thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was just horribly acted by both people, and I just thought it sucked. I mean, fucking I suck too. This whole podcast sucks. I suck. I suck at congas. I suck at everything. I don't care. I'll say I suck too. But I thought this scene sucked for some reason.
I kind of would have rather heard her say, like, yeah, dude, I got to go see my dad. I got to go tell him my brother's dead. I got to go let him know what's going on with the fucking shit coming down. We got to get because we can raise a pretty big army in those fucking swamps. Get those people up here.
Hannibal says, I think Mira's kind of hot. I didn't like the Mira scene either, Phil. It was pointless. Oh,
I thought so too.
Here's for David at Phil, Joe, and Katie. What Arya recovered her mother's remains and kills Littlefingers with Cat's face? We get Ladies Code out of the way.
That would be awesome. I love that idea. Oh my goodness. Other than like creepy Arya's the little girl and he's going to be drooling all over her.
I'll say this though. I like that Katie too. I'll say this. I liked that we got a scene with Mira and she didn't just disappear. That we had a scene where she ended her arc, and maybe she'll come back next season. But ultimately,
she'll be back with the Kroningmen. And with,
I hope so.
That's what I hope so too. I hope so too. I like that we got that scene, got her perspective. What I mean that it was bad is I thought it was just badly acted. I thought it wasn't the best take, especially from Mira's standpoint. I thought Bran did a good job. I just thought some of her line reads were kind of off, and that's just me. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, because other than that, it's like an amazing fucking episode, and I'm like, yeah, that was a little weird for me. But a couple of her lines like, oh, that's all I meant to you? That's all blah, blah, blah.
That's what I had the problem with it. It's kind of like she's been with him through this whole ordeal. She hasn't necessarily seen what he's seen, but she's watched him go through these visions and his transformation. And the fact that he's so deadpan and so stoic is not new to her.
Yeah.
So that she's so emotional and disbelieving about this when she's saying goodbye, it's a little over the top. And that's where, like, I think the writing was the writing and her reaction was unnatural, and her delivery of it just made it that much more awkward.
I just wasn't feeling that scene at that moment. And but I feel for but I do feel for Mira in that scene. I thought what was conveyed is that he has emotional connection to Bran that Bran isn't able to share. So I mean, I don't think it was a useless scene, but I just don't think it was done well at all.
Yeah, it was done wrong.
So our next scene, what is done well, is the shot of Arya coming home to Winterfell and saying "fuck you" to Joe, and then
Would this be one of the things that Joe was wrong about?
and then we get a replay of sort of a season 1 thing when Arya tries to come back into the castle.
She plays it differently though.
And we get sort of this weird scene with the guards where there's sort of this funny comedy duo that wants to fuck shit up. And I'm gonna fucking punch you in your cunt if you don't fucking leave here, girl. And what if I'm who I say I am? I'm not gonna do the thing that you do the thing, and I'm gonna get in there and fuck you. Whatever, yada yada yada. Arya gets in Winterfell, and then we have these two guys going, well, oh shucks, Sansa, we're sorry, we totally let the girl in, and yada yada yada, and blah 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 blah. Let's just yada yada our way to the crypts of Winterfell, where Arya and Sansa are reunited.
And it feels so awkwardly good.
It felt pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's listen to a little bit of it.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Joe, do you have to call me Lady Stark now? Yes. Yes. Sansa was being completely 100% serious. There's no joke there.
No joke.
Evil. And then this one too. There we go. My brother died for you. Yes, here's a $5 gift card to McDonald's. Bold theory. I think the dagger. I think the dagger.
God, I don't know what I'm thanking you for. I should be thanking that motherfucker.
Seriously, why would I care about you? You're still here.
I think this scene was supposed to be awkward though, so I think it was a huge success. I think the last time they talked, they weren't on the closest terms.
Oh, they fucking.
No, they were.
They don't like each other. They never have.
Joe, the way you're sitting right now, don't move. Joe, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move. The way you're sitting, your microphone looks like you're wearing an eye patch.
Governor Joe.
I lost it in the Battle of the Blackwater Part 2. The dragon burned it out. It was actually like a burning finger flew off a person and it landed in my eye.
Arr.
Arr.
You totally look like a pirate right now. It's fucking amazing.
I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate of the pancreas.
A pirate of the pancreas? What the fuck's that? Joe's Euron. So, Joe stole Euron's eye patch.
I'm one of the pirates of the pancreas.
Live chat. Captain Joe Spare ordering a pizza. Do you guys want in on it? Yeah, Mike. I definitely want a slice on that. I'll get a couple bucks. So I felt so bad for the dragon. Yeah, we'll get to that a bit of it later. Sansa's like, yeah, what's your list? Can I add people to the list? And finally, they break it down where they laugh about the list. So they hug, they have a moment, they talk about Ned not looking like Ned, and that I think it's interesting to hear the perspectives of the two sisters. Sansa's like, no one's alive that knew what he looked like. Arya's response to that is, well, we're fucking alive, Sansa. Yeah.
Crazy Major and Big E, you are both correct. Cheers.
Cheers to you motherfuckers in the live chat. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us live for this episode of our recap. We appreciate all the support you guys give us. You guys are fucking amazing, and we cannot thank you enough. As I mentioned, I'll be on this Wednesday with Zora Hype, Kyle from Kyle's Fucking Chickens, and I will be on Friday doing the review of the trailer. So join us for 2 more times this week, and who knows, I might pop up here and there as well. So we're not done here yet. We still got a while to go here. Katie and Joe, fuck. No, it's still a while to go here. We're not even close to done. So we get the crypts of Winterfell and Arya and Sansa joke. It's a good scene. I like Arya and Sansa the reunion. I like the awkwardness of it. I think it's appropriate. I like that they didn't make it all hearts and flowers and happy.
They had a nice hug. They hugged it out.
They hugged it out a little bit, but there's still awkwardness there, Joe.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're wary of
That's
each other.
because the
They
bitch said,
don't
yeah,
know what the
don't
other
call me
one's been
Sansa, call me
through.
Lady Stark.
Sure.
And she didn't kill Joffrey, which Arya was kind of pointed at. She's like, fuck you. I didn't kill
I was pissed when I found out someone else did it.
Yeah, because I wanted to do that. No matter how long the list was, Joffrey was first on my list. And ultimately she says, "Oh, I thought you killed Joffrey, and it made me a little happy. So nope, didn't
But
kill."
now that I find out you didn't, I think I might put you on that list.
Yep. Wasn't Sansa on the list at some point?
Probably.
No, I mean, maybe I wouldn't doubt it eventually.
Previous like murderous list. The innocent Arya list. I hate my sister list, but not the list.
The list. I hate my sister at one point in time, possibly.
Yes.
So while I'm eating a sandwich here, Arya is hoping that Sansa killed. They both laugh when they talk about Arya's list. So then we cut to Sansa saying that Bran is home to Arya, and they go off to creepy Bran, who's like, "Here are my sisters." Let's listen to a few seconds of creepy Bran with his sisters. And he knows where Arya. He ultimately knows everything about Arya, and it kind of freaks Arya out as they walk up to Bran.
I saw you at the crossroads.
Here we go.
Huh?
You saw me.
See you next week,
I see
Dust.
quite
Can't
a
wait
lot
for your
there.
call.
Bran has visions.
Thank you for the super
thought you
chat
might go to
donations.
King's
You're amazing.
So did I. Why would you go back there?
Cersei's on her list of names.
So
wait, play more.
Play more, asshole. Continue it.
Who else is on your list?
Most of them are dead already.
Oh, maybe it was before that part where Bran was like, "I thought you were going to
Yeah.
King's Landing." Yeah, it happened right there at the beginning. So
right, okay, so like maybe the future isn't set in stone because he thought he saw her going to King's Landing.
yeah, he can't see the future. He can only see what's going on in the present and what happened in the past.
But
he can time
imagine
travel.
He can see the future as far as where it's supposed to go at this point in time. But as time progresses from there, the future can change with all the variables that come up afterwards.
It changes up the story. It adds a weird element that I'm not sure I love when we get into like the time travel in the fucking because Bran can also time travel and he knows everything and knows like all such. It's
he's only supposed to be able to see what something living has seen, whether or witnessed or been on the planet for.
Any future.
Right. So like he's supposed to be able to see like if there were like these weirwood trees, they've been there for 600 years. So if he's looking through like one of those faces on the weirwood tree, he can see back those 600 years that tree has witnessed in that area.
Bran also needs to lower his dosage of acid, says someone in the live chat. And I agree.
Maybe up it a little.
Well, so then how would he necessarily have does it have to be what those trees or be whoever has seen? Because then how would he see what Arya's been through, say with
because it can be any living shit.
Yeah, he has like
people.
It's a little bit even more. It's not just that he sees. He can see everything that's connected. I don't think it even has to do with trees because he can warg a fucking crow or warg a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, whose path has he crossed? What?
No, he doesn't have to cross anybody specifically's path. Like if
that's
they were
what I'm
alive on the
asking.
planet, he can go be like, okay, I'm gonna go pop into that faceless dude that's hanging out with Arya and see what's going on.
That's what I'm asking. Is it necessarily like a specific, like, does he have to have a specific path with someone and their memories, or is it just any living thing can connect?
It's a good Katie. It's a good question, and I don't think it's been properly explored the extent of his powers. But I think what can be said is right now, all he ultimately cares about is the same thing Jon cares about. The White Walkers, the long night coming, and that's his focus. He knows Littlefinger is who Littlefinger is, and he doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I can see him coming a mile away. I don't give a shit about him. Yeah. What I care about is the Night King. What I care about is the White Walkers. What I care about is the long night coming back and how I fucking stop that. How I fit into the plan to stop it.
Well, yeah, it's the whole reason he would have to become the three-eyed crow in the first place because of what's happening with
Joe, you're back in pirate mode. That's like the perfect spot for you. I love it. Oh, we got Jose for another $1 donation. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Let's do it. Jose, you are fucking amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. So we cut to Bran, creepy as fuck. Here comes my sisters. Then our next scene is all the Stark kids coming back in. Bran also in this scene, I forgot to mention, he gives the dagger to Arya, and
Littlefinger gave it to me.
Littlefinger. He's here.
He's declared for House Stark. Why would he give you a dagger?
He thought I'd want it.
Why?
Because it was meant to kill me.
The cutthroat. After your fall.
Why would a cutthroat have a Valyrian steel dagger?
Someone very wealthy wanted me dead.
He's not a generous man. He wouldn't give you anything unless he thought he was getting something back.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
I don't want it.
Are you sure? It's Valyrian steel.
It's wasted on a cripple.
No, it'll work on a cripple just like it'll work on anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, you're not quadriplegic. You have your arms. You can use a dagger.
Or it'll work for a cripple just like it'll work for anyone else.
So then our next scene is all three Starks coming back into Winterfell. The music plays. It's really, really happy. Brienne's happy and Pod's happy. And then they both talk. And Podrick says that lady
kept your vow.
I did next to nothing.
Too hard on yourself, my lady.
I'm not a...
Yeah, no shit, Lady Brienne. You are a fucking failure.
Yeah, what did Brienne do? I mean, she beat the Hound in combat for Arya, but she didn't get Arya. I guess she protected Sansa in a couple situations. And
in one situation.
But ultimately, Brienne's right. Pod's just like blowing out her ego because Pod's like, I gotta believe I'm with the best shit in the world. Brienne didn't do much.
I mean, she did a lot.
Yeah, she did.
Just not necessarily in
exactly what was supposed to be done.
The
Das
objects of what she's doing.
Joe,
She
Das
did a
is
lot.
back. He missed you. He missed you. Das has come back. Mike, Brienne's gonna beat that ass, Joe. Madcap says Brienne had a wet dream, but it failed. Jose says, what did the wheel land on? The wheel landed on another bite of a sandwich. Jose, what the fuck? 2 times you land on bite of a sandwich, man. That's amazing. She saved Sansa from the Boltons. She did. She did that. She absolutely did that. I'm not saying that she did nothing. She beat the Hound. She really kind of like put herself out there. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, the safety of Arya and even the safety of Sansa came more down to Arya herself and the Hound in some cases, and also Theon for saving Sansa in the main situation.
I think, I mean, she put in a lot of work, but it didn't ultimately, in any immediate way, actually save Arya's life.
No.
And it maybe like that once Sansa's, but she certainly can't get full credit.
So then we get like a scene that Katie, like we really needed. Here we go. We get
Grace. There's still no word from the Unsullied. Soon, he will come back to you.
He'd better.
He better. What happened? Many things.
Many things. We got the scene I fucking wanted. You know what I really wanted? I wanted this scene between Daenerys and Missandei where we take some time out. We really need to take some fucking time out and have them talk about it. You know what? You know what we also should put in there, Katie? You know what we really should put in there? We should put a Davos and Jon scene where they talk about how hot Dany is.
Absolutely.
You know, we really need that shit.
Yep.
Hey, have you been looking at Dany's tits? Yeah, have you? That's where her heart is. Yeah.
Oh, I admire her heart.
I'm no big city lawyer, but I know that Daenerys Targaryen has some boobs.
I say. Awesome.
Seriously. You get like the guys and girls. It's like the scene from Grease. It's like the song from Greece where we have the two sides singing. It's we get Danny and Missandei talking about Grey Worm, and then Jon Snow shows up and they giggle. They're like, hey, like fucking Wilma and Betty doing a fucking giggle about how hot Jon Snow is. Oh, there's Jon Snow. I'd like to do something with Jon Snow. Anyways. So we also get Davos, running game on Missandei. Like, hey, Missandei, is it King John or King Snow? I don't know, whatever. I'm no big city lawyer, but I think Missandei is hot as shit.
She is. She's a hottie.
There's nothing wrong with that. I do declare, Jon Snow, you need to have sex with that Daenerys right now. Motherfucker. So we get the Grease scene, and we get then we get Jon Snow in all his glory, taking Daenerys in the cavern, showing her the cool mountain of dragon glass, which is really cool. And
we all know what happened the last time he was in a cave with a lady.
Oh yeah, he knows something, Katie. And then we get Jon Snow and Daenerys talking about the pictures on the wall. We see all these pictures on the
artwork.
And, all the hieroglyphics or the drawings that were put on the wall. And it's
horny, baby.
What about this next panel?
It's making them both horny, okay? They're both getting hot and bothered in the cave, and the music's playing. It's really emotional. Let's listen to this shit. Listen to this music.
Before they were men.
The romantic echoey.
We're family, and we're going to
Don't do it. No.
Yes, Auntie.
She even asks him. She says, "Bend the knee. Bend it right now. Come on."
Like,
again, it turns into Danny's favorite thing. I'm sorry, my echo's on. It's turned into Danny's favorite thing. Bend the knee. Bend the knee. Pornoglyphics. Yes, Horgar, it's pornoglyphics.
Pornoglyphics.
Porno-fucking-glyphics. And yes, she did, Ian, but Brienne, she did beat the Hound in one-on-one combat. That is a big fucking deal.
Yeah, no, she did that. She did shit.
I just mean she didn't have much to do with the. That was awesome, but it didn't help her rescue Arya Stark.
No, it didn't at all. Arya was fine at that point. She was taking care of herself.
Absolutely. Funny how you can get a raven from Danny, but Bran can get a warg or send John to tell his parents. Missandei being sassy isn't cute. It's annoying. They better. That'd be cool to say to the Dragon Queen. If Jon Snow is a white and his heart is not beating, how does he get in a fucking erection? Maybe that's why he's like, Davos, I'm not interested.
Well, his heart is still beating because he's bled. We've seen him bleed since.
Yeah, we have seen him bleed again. And he does. And he gets erections. He got one.
Yeah, he just said, I don't have time to be thinking about that right now. When we're on the boat and there's nothing to do until we, sailing back north, I'll beat off a couple hundred times then.
Yeah. I mean,
or take it out on one of the sailors.
Broken. He lost his one and only love. And, Gary moving on from that.
Yeah. Maybe he's a fire white, possibly. So he gives a speech about the children of the forest and the men. Danny's like, maybe this is before Lannisters, this was before Targaryens, before the men. And Jon Snow's like, oh no, it's not before men. Men gathered together with the children, and they fought against a common enemy. And the common enemy was the White Walkers. And Danny says, I agree with you. I'll fight for the North, Jon Snow, only if you bend the knee.
Or is your ego too big to save your people's lives? Oh, no, Danny. Apparently it's your ego that's so big that you need me to bend a knee before you save lives.
Your wolf balls too hard to fucking bend the knee, Jon Snow.
Right. It's like her logic is circular. Is like completely fucked in. It's like, what?
Pot calling kettle black. Early.
So this is a very similar situation to with like Stannis and Mance Rayder and Jon and Mance not wanting to bend the knee. I think Jon is more wildling than anything at some point. I think the time with the wildlings had a big influence on Jon, and I think he's just not going to bend the fucking knee. He just doesn't want to do that shit.
I agree. Not until he smells the barbecue coming from the Blackwater.
So then we get into something that's never good. Tyrion and Varys just standing there waiting for Dany to come out, and it's like, hey, yeah, we took Casterly Rock. We took it.
That's very good to hear.
It's good to hear. Actually, and then Davos goes, I'm no big city lawyer. Maybe I should walk away from here. And Dany goes, no, you guys stick around. And Jon and Davos are asked to stay. She says, she basically, I could play it here, but she calls Tyrion out on all of his bullshit here. Big time.
All my allies are gone. They've been taken from me while I've been sitting here on this island.
You still have the largest army.
Who won't be able to eat because Cersei has taken all the food from the Reach?
Call Grey Worm.
I'll go burn it.
We still have enough ships to carry the Dothraki to the mainland. Commit to the blockade of King's Landing. We have a plan. It's still the right plan.
The right plan! Your strategy has lost us Dawn, the Iron Islands, and the Reach.
And some
I
great
have underestimated our enemies.
Our enemies? Your family, you mean?
Oh!
Perhaps you don't want to hurt them after all.
If she calls him out, perhaps he doesn't. Do you think that's true, Joe?
I think what's true is perhaps Tyrion doesn't want to hurt anyone at all.
Agreed, and
Tyrion,
I don't think he wants to hurt Jaime.
Yeah, Tyrion isn't about,
He
this
doesn't want to hurt.
blood and warfare. He doesn't want any of that. He's a reader. He's a scholar. Yeah, he likes power, but I don't think he's ever enjoyed or liked killing.
Once.
Jay.
Dad.
Right. Dad.
Twice.
No, not
Twice.
Jay. I don't think he enjoyed
no.
killing Jay. And I don't necessarily think
But I think he enjoyed killing Dad.
Yeah. I think he
He
was
I
in a
think
lot
his
of
only
pain
regret
both those
concerning
times.
killing Dad is the way it would have made Jaime feel about him. But I think he enjoyed that. I think it was cathartic, and I think that's the only time he enjoyed killing someone.
Right. I mean, war is war, Lady Euron Greyjoy, but there is a point to not wanting to have to kill, not wanting to hurt people. You have to. You know you're going to invade Lannisport. You know you're invading and setting sieges to places, but you want to try. Right. You want to try to limit the amount of people you kill, and if he can get away with not having to kill his brother,
especially,
he doesn't want to. But I don't think there was any, as far as like whether or not he cares if his sister. I think he's said before he loves her very much. It's unfortunate that she's a fucking cunt.
I don't think he would enjoy killing her. I just think he would understand how necessary it is.
Bloody Talker says Joe is spot on. Remember the story about the Beatles? I'm not sure which story you're talking about, but I'll play the guitar part the way you want it, Paul. Or I won't play guitar at all. Tyrion in Varys was the one who told Daenerys that the attack's idiots. Plot twist: Dany and Jaime get married, but Cersei would love that. Beatles smash. Beatles smash that like button. Burn them all. Pete Easy. Jaime isn't drowning. It's parallels to the Tywin, Tyrion in Valyria. Hogarth the Dane says he's a reader, a scholar, a lover, a drinker, a humanist. Jack says Tyrion doesn't want to hurt anybody except kill his dad, the man keeping the realm together. Nice one, Dirty Locks. Exactly, Pete. Bloody. Arya says with that attitude, he will lose, especially against his homicidal sister. Tyrion is not a wartime consigliere. He is the Tom Hagen.
I disagree with that.
Psychopaths have ultimately been taken down.
He is a wartime consul. You got to remember, the Battle of the Blackwater is won largely because of him.
I'll be right back, Joe.
And none of that credit is given to him, and he even fights in that battle.
No, I mean,
you got to also remember he was the commander in charge of the Vanguard in another battle, which was won, even though he gets knocked out early.
Well, the best strategies can go wrong, and his brother is the one
also
that is, and his sister, who know the way he thinks, to a certain extent. So, I mean, he's not a bad strategist. He is even not a bad warrior in his own way. It just shit went wrong.
You can't win them all. Even Jaime, like, who's also supposed to be a great war leader and general and fighter and all this, lost to Robb Stark, who was a pup and leading his first sortie or whatever battle in the war. So it's you win some. It's not whether or not you win every battle, it's whether you win the war at the end. Like, there's plenty of battles that are lost, but
such is war.
So yeah, you take some wins and some losses. You just hope that the wins add up to. You hope you get enough marks in the win column to make it to the to the playoffs. That's all.
Ooh,
Good job, Joe. So
you get a cookie.
I'm going to be doing Belichick's press conferences this season.
So then we get Danny asking Jon what he thinks.
I would never.
I'm at war. I'm losing.
Sorry, Danny, I know nothing.
What do you?
That's what he should have said.
I've been told before. I know that.
So he ultimately tells her that he never thought dragons would come back, but she shouldn't burn castles.
The same thing everybody else has been telling her. Don't burn the fucking people, Danny.
She just wants to burn people, Joe.
She has a taste for killing. She's been told by quite a few different advisors, tone it back a little, Danny. Your father was this fucking psychopath, and the things that you're talking about going to do right now, the things that you seem to really want to do, is in direct, opposition.
It's exactly what.
So direct opposition.
Ended up.
Exactly. You're trying to convince people you're not a mad, crazy person that wants to burn people.
Yeah.
Right. Which is exactly the threat you're making by having 3 dragons in the first place.
Well, I'll convince them after I burn them all.
But she's like, but, and I said this before too. So Jon says that, and then what happens after in that conversation? Jon says, you shouldn't burn castles to the ground. She goes, but I have to burn somebody.
Something needs to burn.
Something needs to burn, guys. Okay.
I got an idea.
Well, it would seem to me that they're going to take all that loot from Highgarden back to the castle. Why don't we set up an ambush for them?
Yeah, maybe you should burn the Lannister army. That would be okay. Will that be good?
For now.
I guess we'll do. Yeah, we'll do for now. Exactly, Kitty. For now. I'll burn. I'll just burn that. Is that okay? Can you just burn that? Okay. I'll just burn that. Okay, guys.
I'll get back to my mining. Thank you.
I'll burn more people later. It's okay. So, and I know some people think I'm hard on Daenerys, but come on, she really wanted to burn people, and everyone has to talk her out of that. I agree that they should have just attacked with all the forces of King's Landing, but her response to everything is ultimately, I want to burn people.
Well, she did get the advice from Orlena to be the dragon. And I think she took that. She respected Orlena. Like everyone should have, and she took that to heart. She just doesn't know quite how to do that in the right way.
And who's the right people to burn?
And as far as
tough, that is tough.
Her wanting to burn people too, it's also her wanting to be involved in the fighting, for her people to see that she's not just going to sit back and put them in jeopardy. She will be out there fighting for them as well.
She's got fucking crazy dragon ovaries going on. I gotta say, she's got a pair of them on her. She's fucking she's out there. She doesn't give a fuck. And I mean, I'm hard on her, but she doesn't give a fuck. She's
got fire breathing ovaries.
Right. She talks the talk and she walks the walk. As hard as I am on her, she actually puts herself out there to fight the battles.
No.
Dragonorrhea?
No. Oh, that's no. That sounds like a zoonotic sexual disease. Dragonorrhea. Humans and dragons can pass it amongst each other.
I got burnt once, but it was only gonorrhea. So So John and Davos are asked what to do. John says, "Oh, we kind of talked about that." And then we go off to Brienne and Pod training. Pod's getting his ass handed to him. And Arya comes up and Arya interrupts. She says, "Don't fight someone like Brienne in the first place." And nice sword, nice dagger, yada, yada. They get into a kind of fight scene here that I thought was really well done, very well choreographed. Both people show their talents. I love when they do this, when they show the different styles of combat interacting with each other. I don't mind if I just thought this was awesome. I loved every second of this. I can't help it. This was fucking candy for my eyes.
Mm-hmm. I loved it too. I mean, it's kind of what we've been waiting to see from Arya for a long time. Even when she was fighting the Waif, like the Waif put up a better fight, you know, and all that shit. And so, well, and we never saw what after the candle, but like in all those training sessions with the staff, the Waif was kicking her ass over and over again.
It's good to see
like
her
it was
kick
good
some
to see all these trainings that Arya has had with the water dancing and the faceless men shit, and like it paid off.
And the big question, Lady Fat Ass Red asks, and something I was just about to get into, what's with the scowl on Sansa's face in the scene, Joe? What do you think?
Oh yeah, dude. Jealousy, and just plain douchebagginess. Fucking spoiled little brat douchey. Everybody else has grown so much, but I'm still stagnant.
I was trying to get you to do it while she was away, but
she's not away, dude. She's standing right next to me. She heard it all. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. And she's giving me shit for it.
Katie's mic's on in the bathroom.
Oh, she's big time Sansa supporter.
What? Are you kidding me? Stop misrepresenting my position.
Joe.
Respect or misrepresent yours, and yet at every turn you misrepresent my position, and it's really getting old.
Getting old. It's back.
Seriously.
So speaking of getting old, we get this next.
I love that you're amused.
We get this next scene.
Seriously means fucking serious.
She's too much to drink.
So our next scene that we get is Davos and Jon talking about chicks. We kind of already talked about this.
Kidding, Katie. I'm joking around. I love
you. What do you think of her? Who? I believe you know of whom I speak.
Oh no! Someone said something in chat.
So we get the conversation where Davos and Jon talk about how hot Daenerys is. And he says, you're staring at her. And Jon's like, no, the Night King. And like, I'm totally not staring at Daenerys. I totally don't want to bang her. No way. And then they walk up to Missandei. We kind of already talked about the scene. And this is the scene where Davos corrects Jon when he says, we have 10,000 men or less, and Davos goes fewer. Jon's like, what? And he goes, no, I'm just talking to the audience. Sorry, everybody. I'm talking to the audience, Jon. Sorry. And Missandei and Davos start flirting. And is it King Jon? Is it King Snow? What's your name? And Missandei wants to know why his name's Jon Snow if his father's Ned Stark. He explains what a bastard is. There's no such thing as marriage in where Missandei's from. And Davos thinks that's liberating because he wants to hook up with Missandei. And and we get the connection from last episode when Tyrion asked Jon to ask people around about Daenerys, and we get Missandei's perspective about Daenerys freed her and she can leave at any time she wants. Not much else to say here. And then Reek shows up, and we see the Greyjoy ship, and the Greyjoy ship comes ashore, and Theon comes up. And I think this is really crazy, Joe, because this reminds me of something like when someone owes you money and they talk about everything else but the money they owe you. It's like, hey, Joe, what's going on? Oh, you look really good. You look really awesome. You know, how's that Nintendo I gave you? How's that Nintendo good I gave you? That's really cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, John, Like he was expecting him to be like, "Oh, thank you for saving my sister's life, and it's good to see you again, buddy." Not like, "You made me think that you had killed my 2 brothers. You betrayed my other brother. You sacked the fucking castle. You killed fucking Meister Lewin. Like, the fact that you saved my sister is the only reason why I'm not killing you right now? No. The only reason why I'm not killing you right now is because if I did, Danny might be really mad at me. So I think maybe I should still just fucking kill you right now.
You should have
no
fucking
reason
killed
not to, you fucking piece of shit.
He's such a piece of shit.
My sister's life? What the fuck?
Fuck you. Fuck you, Theon fucking douchebag. Fuck you. And the way he played this scene, like, "Oh, hey, John. How's it going, buddy? What's up?"
Yeah. Tried to be all fucking cash.
Fucking douchebag. So yeah, after that, Theon goes, "I came back. Yara's not dead. She's captured by Euron." We get Davos kind of throwing shade on the Greyjoys because he's he's been on the water for so long. His opinion of the Greyjoys is like, "Fuck the Greyjoys." I love the "fuck Greyjoys" attitude. And the Queen's gone. Where's the Queen? Where's the Queen?
Oh, we'll find out.
Oh, we'll find out in a second. So then we get to our crazy action scene. There's a lot to talk about in this scene. It starts off, and here I just want to play this for everyone that might have missed this.
Safely through the gates of King's Landing.
Good. It gets cut off there, but what Randall Tarley says?
Safely through the gates of King's Landing.
The gold.
Safely.
So the gold got safely through the gates of King's Landing.
The last of these wagons over the Blackwater Rush before nightfall. The head of the line is ambushed. The tail will never be able to reinforce in time.
We are stressed. And that's the last of these wagons, so it's not all the food, but it's quite a bit of the food and supplies that the army.
Some of the food and the supplies got, the gold got back. Tarley wants to flog people. It's a good old time. So we get a cool scene between Bronn and Jaime and Dickon, which kind of echoes the scene that we get in season 1 with Robert and Barristan and Jaime talking about the first kill. And Bronn's kind of like giving Dickon shit for being a wealthy lord type. And it's whatever. It's just kind of foreplay for what's about to happen. So everything's moving along normal, and suddenly Bronn says he hears something. Bronn's like, "Listen, I don't know. I hear. Listen, what do you hear?" And we start hearing this.
I didn't even think Dothraki at first. I thought that was dragon.
Oh, me too. And then you just start hearing the rumbling, and ultimately never facing the Dothraki in open combat like this. This is a fucking 10,000 or however many 100,000 Dothrakis running at you on horseback. And I love
Dothraki screamers
going crazy. It is just an amazing battle. This leads into an incredible fucking battle. The Lannisters try to put up a shield wall. Lagertha shows up for a second. It's like, and it's the Dothraki. They're rolling down on horseback. Randall's leading the army, and they're freaking out. The Dothraki are in an open field fight. We know that this should never happen. Bronn tells Jaime to get the fuck out of there and goes to King's Landing. Jaime says, "Listen, we can probably hold the Dothraki. If we just stick together here, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay." And then right at that moment, Joe, we hear a fucking crazy sound.
Yeah, the Dothraki is one thing, dude. Dragon, something else.
Fucking dragons. The look on Jaime's face, the actor that plays Jaime, this was an excellent fucking look on his face. He goes, "Fuck." And then Drogon comes in, and this was the coolest the dragons ever looked. Like, animated wise, this didn't look too CG or anything. It looked really fucking natural and awesome. And Drogon comes in there and just starts, and Daenerys is on the top, on the back, and just says Dracarys, and the fire just starts rolling and starts killing people and burning people, and the Dothraki are attacking through the fire hole. There's like a fire crotch hole that the Dothraki start going in.
Oh yeah, they penetrate that fire crotch.
They fucking pound that shit, Joe. We've seen some Dothraki jump on the horseback, and there's archers. We go back and forth. Jaime's yelling, "Hold the line."
He gave the whole Lannister army Dragonaria.
Yeah, completely. They all had gonorrhea, and it's just really cool camera angles from the Dothraki's perspective, back and forth. Dany starts just burning and ripping people and getting off on it. It's insane. Jaime does not freak out, to be honest.
Like some of the power from he did kind of, he had a not a like, oh my god, I got to get out of here and run freak out, but like when the dragon came in at one of his passes and it blasted a bunch of people, they were vaporized immediately. They didn't burn. Like the fire dissipated right afterwards, and their ashes were still in the shape.
Yeah,
of
the
like,
ashes like splashed on Jaime's face.
Yeah, so like that was quite a moment for him. It wasn't like a holy shit run freak out moment, but it was a wait and like, is this
really
a lot
happening?
of time just standing there watching people burn and trying to figure out like what was going on, and he had like the fog of war kind of thing going on. So
Ozzy, to echo your point, says, I loved how people were instantly turned to ash. It was reminiscent of like Pompeii or something like that. Loved how the Dothraki's noise was coming from storm clouds, says Roger. Janelle says, of course they had gonorrhea. That's how Cersei recruits people. Fire cried.
Gonorrhea.
I almost cried when Bronn fired that arrow at Drogon. Literally, I thought he was dead. I couldn't even almost lost my mind. Crying. You guys in the live chat are killing it tonight. This is one of the best live chats ever. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the awesome fucking shit going on right now in the live chat. So the Dothraki are doing well. They're kicking ass, and it's just hard to fight them in open field battle when they're coming on you like that on horseback. Great camera angles following this. Excellently shot action. This was one of my favorite action battles I've ever seen. I still think I like the Battle Bastards a little bit better, but this was still right the fuck up there. And if someone said they liked this better, I couldn't argue with them. This was just
the best battle scene so far. Still is Hardhome.
Hardhome's, and I couldn't argue with you either. I'd agree that this belongs in that top group of Game of Thrones battles.
Because one of the things you don't see often in a lot of this is you see a siege take place, and a lot of times you get it from the view of the siege of the people sieging, or it might go back and forth a little. But the thing I kind of found really interesting about Hardhome, it was all from inside Hardhome.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw from a distance and heard what was going on and saw everybody starting to rush to the gates, and they closed the gates, and then you just
there was also a horror. There was also sort of a horror movie aspect to it all.
Right.
Well, this might have been my favorite just because of the dragon stuff and because of the Jaime of it all, and what in the mixed perspectives, how they went from so many different perspectives. When we went from Jaime, we went to Bronn, we went to Daenerys, we went to Tyrion, like all the multiple perspectives of the combat of everything that was going on. I thought just was very well interwoven, and I loved Jaime in this scene. I just like his reaction to it all, his way of putting it together. Ultimately, the ashes splashing on him and the rage building him inside of him as he has sort of a flashback of sorts to the Mad King and just explodes. Like, no matter how idiotic some may say. So ultimately what happens here, let's just get through this so we can just talk about the whole scene. So Jaime and Bronn just watch everyone burn as their plot armor protects them. And Jaime tries to fire some arrows. Drogon blocks them. Jaime says, go get the scorpion. Qyburn's weapon. It's over there. Bronn says, you do it. He says, I only have one hand. I can't do it. So Bronn goes over there. We follow Bronn on a first-person perspective where we see him from coming on, like going forward. Similar to the Battle of the Bastards with Jon, but it's done just a little bit different with the camera flipped around. And Bronn has this scene with the Dothraki that this is Joe. This is one thing I exceptionally loved, that Bronn didn't get the better of this Dothraki on horseback. No one should get better of the Dothraki. He tried his little tricks, and the Dothraki outmaneuvered him. I like that happened.
Me too.
So Bronn ultimately makes his way to the scorpion, fires an arrow from it into the Dothraki coming after him, and then goes after the dragon. Fires one shot at the dragon, misses, but Daenerys makes notice of it. My question in that situation is Daenerys has already won the battle. Dothraki are like, these people can't fight. We've destroyed them. They fucking suck. Time to fly away with the dragon.
Right. Instead, like she does 4 or 5 passes just to burn wagons.
just to burn wagons. Yeah, leave at that point, Daenerys. You did what you needed to do. Fire some blasts and get the fuck out of there.
Leave the wagons so you can take the fucking supplies. That's called spoils of war, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
That's it. Like,
burned all your spoils
but
in
no,
this battle.
People say them crazy about her going all villainous at some point or losing control. I think we saw it in this episode too. Again, she enjoyed it too much and she got greedy. And
Well, that's the thing. She wasn't doing extra passes to burn more people. She was letting the Dothraki take care of who she didn't already burn. But she was having fun burning shit. She is a little pyromaniac girl.
She enjoys it a little.
She didn't continue to burn people, at least, and she did stop to help her dragon instead of like going to kill more. Being like, no, Draco, you need to go kill more.
So she could go kill more. She didn't fly away from the battle with him. She wanted to fix him and so they could burn more people.
I'll give you that.
So I like it. You're like a wounded cub tonight, Joe. I can put you in any direction I want. So Bronn goes after Qyburn's thing. He fires that Drogon. Drogon gets shot with it, kind of tails down, but ultimately catches his wind, fires down, goes right in front of it, fires a dragon bolt or dragon blast at the weapon that explodes, and Bronn escapes just in time. We see Bronn seeing the horse that saves Jaime right after he escapes. We see it. So if people are like, who's that to save Jaime? We see Bronn look at the horse that we see later save Jaime. So Bronn looks at it, and they're both. And then we get Tyrion there for some reason, as I mentioned, and he looks sad seeing Jaime and seeing everyone burn, seeing the food burn. And Bronn takes a very close shot. I already mentioned that. So Drogon ultimately comes to the ground, and Jaime sees Daenerys try to take the arrow out.
Tyrion sees Jaime see Daenerys trying to
right.
And Bronn sees Jaime seeing Dany trying to take the arrow out. And Bronn going to kill fucking Dany. He goes and saves Jaime.
Yep, exactly. And Tyrion gets a funny but interesting dialogue going on as Jaime sees Daenerys, sees a weapon, goes and charges the fucking kill the Dragon Queen.
Your people can't fight.
No, yeah, and we also get the Dothraki telling Tyrion
talking
that
shit.
Can't fight. Now,
The badly made up Dothraki.
I fucking love Jaime Lannister. I love that he tried to end it all in one moment. People might think Jaime was stupid in this moment, but he had to try, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he had to.
The only thing he might have, and he's was supposed to be like a damn fine lancer back in the day in his tournament days. So this wasn't a bad move on his part necessarily. It was an all balls to the wall hero moment, but doesn't always work out.
Nope, and it didn't work out in this situation as Daenerys just has like a Vulcan mind meld with Drogon, who just kind of looks at Drogon. Drogon gets ready to fire the fire blast at him, and Bronn, whose horse is way faster than Jaime's, comes from nowhere and jumps out. Two horses are burned by Drogon, and Bronn tackles Jaime and throws him into the water, who ultimately Jaime's just going to sink to the bottom with that fucking golden fist and all that armor on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Golden fister.
Yeah, the golden fister in the armor. So Jaime sinks to the bottom of the water, and that is the end of our episode. One of the most fun episodes from beginning to end of Game of Thrones. It's super hype, super crazy. This isn't the first time I've watched it. It was a good episode to have been leaked. I don't necessarily, if nothing was leaked, it wouldn't bother me. I watch the leaks. I can't help myself. So I love episodes early just because it allows me to kind of take notes and then watch the episode for fun. But this was a good episode to leak because it was awesome to watch twice and then watch it on the big screen and watch it in like higher definition and watch all the cool things that happen. Great episode of Game of Thrones. I love where this season's going. I think next episode, to answer one of the caller's points that we didn't get to earlier, I think next episode is probably going to be a take a breath episode, and then 6 and 7 are going to be off the wall.
Well, here's my point is we've now been we got that one clip of fucking White Walkers walking down to the wall, right? From wherever Bran got there way before fucking them. And I don't know. We've had a couple episodes now. What? How many? 4 or 5, whatever it is. That there's been no sightings of the whites, the others. So I hope we get back to some of that.
Now, Timo says John and Jaime are my number ones. Jaime was my favorite since he pushed Bran out of the window. I love Jaime Lannister in this episode. Fucking amazing.
I mean,
the things that we find attractive.
The things you do for love.
Now, Joe, I want to get to a question that we missed from last week. So, how brilliant was it for Tyrion to create a chamber with a secret? This is from Scout. To create a private chamber with a secret entrance, allowing the Unsullied to sack the Rock using Tyrion's Hodor to get in there. Do you like Tyrion's Hodor, Joe?
I do. I mean, this is okay. So we've used this over in Essos to sack one of those, Mirene or Yankai or Astapor, one of those. We went through the sewers, or 2 of those, I think, in the show. We kind of went through the sewers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And now we went through the sewers here in Lannisport. And I got to imagine maybe Arya tells them about the way into King's Landing through the sewers that she took to get out of the fucking King's Landing that time. She saw Varys plotting. So, like, they use this trick a lot in this show.
Someone needs to catch on. Like, the sewers need to be taken care of.
Ooh. And I'm looking right now, guys. We have so many voicemails and texts right now. If we don't get to your voicemail and text, I might save some of these voicemails for the feedback show on Wednesday. But let's get to a couple of these right now. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this live podcast. We're not going anywhere quite yet. So let's get to some comments here. This is from our good buddy, Antoine Thomas. Phil, do you think both Neil Tiger Free and Amy Richardson, who played Marcella Baratheon on the live chat, if you push the least, let me know. I'd love to get him on the live chat. Let's get him on the show. Let's get him on the show.
Oh, yeah. Come on. What?
I'd be good with that.
I'd be good with it.
These guys should be begging us to be on our show.
Yeah. And she's definitely aged well. So holy shit, that was awesome from 781, area code 781, and the first digit 799. I won't say any more of your phone number. Thank you so much for the message, and the fellow New Englander there, 781. This is from Hey Katie Joe. It's analysis. Quick message about the 2 MVPs of the episode. For me, one, it's Braun for the bowman for hanging in there and tossing darts at Drogon. 2, Jaime for staying with his troops, giving tough odds and going for the kamikaze charge on the crazy dragon lady. Much love to you guys and the MNF in chat. Long live Lady Sansa. So also, we're going to be opening the phone lines back up. We get the phone lines for another 20 minutes. So if anyone wants to get in,
I'm sorry
to call in.
You can't give an MVP to the losing side. You can't. It doesn't matter.
If it's just for the losing side.
No.
Oh, come on.
They don't get an MVP. They don't get an MVP award. They lost. The losers cannot get MVP.
The loser can't get the MVP.
Listen, the MVP can be a dumb Dothraki. The MVP can be Drogon. The MVP can be Dany. The MVP can be Tyrion. But the MVP cannot be anybody on that Lannister fucking side. They lost. They got their asses fucking handed to them, and nothing anybody did on that field was valuable. Bronn saved a dead man. Once they fish him out of the water, he's a fucking dead man, right? Come on.
Or is he?
Or is he? Oh, he's at least getting put back in the cage. Maybe he gets his other fucking hand cut off.
Frank and Jaime. Cersei would love that.
No, there is no MVP
she wants Frank
for the Lannister side.
Timo says, shame on you, Joe. There is no other MVP other than Jaime and Braun.
If you mean, I don't even know. I can't even think what MVP would stand for in that sentence. Like most vaginal pervert? I don't know.
Most vaginal pervert. What?
Masturbating Varys pleasurefully. I don't know. What does MVP stand for in your book, Timo? Because it certainly doesn't stand for most valuable player. One of them is fucking drowning. The other one is either drowning also, or being like plucked out of the water by Drogon to have a fucking snack.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So let's go to the calls right now. Let's go to this call right now. Caller, you're on the air. Are you there? Caller?
It could go to Jon Snow too.
Caller, I'm gonna put you back on hold. Area code 111. Let's go to Jay. Let's get Jay back in on the conversation right now. Area code 202. Jay SM down. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, Joe, there can't be an MVP from the losing side. Do you remember when the Lakers lost the championship in like the 1950s and the guy who is the logo of the league right now still won MVP?
Jerry West, baby.
Yeah, and that was like 50 years ago. Why would I fucking remember that? I'm only 42. And as far as I'm concerned, that was, just because they did it and they did it 50 years ago, it doesn't mean they were right in doing it.
Oh, sorry, SM. Keep going.
He was riding in on a goddamn dragon. Also, a couple other things.
He's got the paper.
Theon was punished enough by Ramsey. Hello?
Hi, you're still on.
Yeah, Theon was punished enough by Ramsey.
Oh, bullshit. Fuck you. He doesn't get the punishment, Theon.
Sansa also told Jon about how he didn't kill Rickon and Bran. So I disagree with both of you. Him not killing Theon was actually the right thing to do to me.
No.
It's not a reason for him to kill Theon, especially
Hold it, 1 second.
Talking about he has bigger purposes.
Yeah, 1 second, Joe. 1 second, Jay. Joe, respond to the Theon.
Yeah, I know Sansa told.
Cersei,
I know Sansa.
1 second, Jay, I'll put you back on in a second.
I know Sansa told Jon that he didn't. But what I said earlier was that he made him think that he had killed both his brothers for how long? How long did he go on thinking Theon killed both my brothers?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had said earlier. So, and listen, if you go and kill my brother, right, and then some fuck in some other state that don't even know me and my fucking brother cut your dick and balls off, that don't have anything to fucking do with me. I'm still gonna fucking punish you for what you did to my brother. Go fuck you were punished by somebody else? What makes you think that fucking matters to me? I don't get any revenge out of that. Fuck that you were punished by somebody else. I'm gonna fucking punish you. I am going to make sure you feel the wrath of fucking God spitting from your fucking ass. When I am done with you, you will not have any, I was not only punished by someone else for God knows what, but Joe got his punishment too. Fuck that. No, Theon doesn't get to punish him for that shit. Theon was just a psycho. Theon was just having fun. He could care less about whatever Theon did to the Miller's boys or to the Stark boys or fucking anything else. That was all about Theon's own perversion. That wasn't about punishing him for what he did wrong to the Starks.
Okay, let's get Jay.
No, he was not punished. He has not been punished.
I think Jay had one more point. Jay, I'm sorry, I cut you off. What was your last point?
I have a bunch more than one more point because now I have to respond to that one. And this is a point that I was going to make. Joe, the fact that he had his dick cut off doesn't mean that he was punished for doing that. But it means that he was punished in the worst way possible.
Karmically.
Killing him at this point would be a mercy, Joe.
No, that wasn't punishment. That was just torture.
1 second, Joe.
So if you really want to punish him, letting him live is punishment. And seriously, you don't like Bran, so why the fuck are you so mad at Jaime for pushing him out a window?
That was when I did like Bran. I liked Bran back then when he was cute and climbing shit and disobeying his mom instead of being a whiny little cripple in the bed. Where I can't play anymore.
Oh, Jay, good stuff, right, Jay. I'm keeping you on hold, buddy, to put you back in.
No.
Go to the live chat for a second.
And none of that was punishment. He lost his dick, and that's a hell of a torture. But not all torture is punishment.
Well, the intent behind the torture was not for punishment.
Sometimes torture is pleasure. So let's go to the live chat. Oh, we got Carmine. A wild haunter has appeared. Carmine is in the live chat. Jaime is the MVP. I agree, Carmine. I fucking love Jaime Lannister this whole season. I think the actor has done like an exceptional job with the character, and they've given Jaime more shit to do this season than he's had to do in fucking 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I love Jaime Lannister this season.
A lot of it, but yeah.
I mean, whatever you think about him, he's I just think they've like given the actor a lot more to do this
Yes,
season.
yes, it's good to see. I like seeing Jaime, and I enjoy his story. I just wanted him to be good.
Carmine also adds that Katie Crow isn't a Game of Thrones YouTuber, still hotter than any female Game of Thrones commentator. LOL. Oh, to all the ladies who do this content, she should start her own channel. She'd go crazy, says Carmine. I agree with Carmine. Dothraki are mostly cavalrymen. Total War video games rule. Oh, fucking, I love Rome Total War, Carmine. That was a game I played the fucking hell out of. Love the Total War series. And I would love a Game of Thrones Total War game where you kind of could be different houses, but set up in that strategy, even if it was just a skin, like the Total War series, basically just doing Game of Thrones Total War. I would fucking love if they did that. I love that series.
I think the Dothraki horses should get MVP collectively.
Carmine wants you to marry him, or someone wants it. Someone. sorry. Fucking great. Drogon is MVP. Phil plays Superman 64. They have a mod for that. Oh, they do have a mod for that. That would be fucking amazing. Let's take a few more calls since we're done with the. Oh, Carmine from Red Team Review offered us $5 on Super Chat. He is the fucking man. Love Carmine. He's definitely going to try to pop on in here in one of our recaps this season when he has some time. And I think possibly, I think Joe might not be with us after episode 6 recap. So maybe Carmine might be able to join me. I don't know. Joe mentioned he might not be here
next week. Oh, it's the
no,
20th.
not next. Is next week the week you might not be here, or is it the week after?
It's the week after. I won't know. I should be. I'm pretty sure I will be. But,
Either way, Carmine will be joining us either during the season or right after the season for kind of like a season rewind podcast and taking your questions and taking some calls and stuff like that. We'll figure it out at some point. But he's been super busy putting on tons of fucking videos. So if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to Red Team Review for some awesome Game of Thrones content this year. Putting out like 3 videos a week. So definitely subscribe to Red. So he gets a spin of the fucking wheel. Thank you, buddy. He's like, shut up. I don't want to. Don't fucking talk about me. No, he's the fucking best. He's fucking seriously one of the awesome people out there. Now I have to talk about Carmine's favorite character. So Carmine's favorite character is Littlefinger, and I have to talk positively about Littlefinger. I really love Littlefinger's strategy of taking the most powerful person and kissing up to them. I think it's a really awesome fucking strategy.
That wasn't convincing.
No,
it wasn't.
Try harder.
I love Littlefinger before this season. He was really an awesome. But this season, it seems like he's just getting Littlefinger on the Green Mile here, fucking dogging down the alley, waiting for a Stark to kill me.
He's all creep, no substance.
Yeah, he is all creep.
Like no
Like,
substance.
what's his plan? I'm sorry, but what is Littlefinger's plan? Can we hope that he's working with the White Walkers? Can we just hope that that's his plan? That he's on the inside and he doesn't give a fuck about all this, and he's the Night's Kings?
Damn.
Littlefinger, Carmine says Littlefinger sucks this season. I don't blame you for trying to say something good about it. I'm trying, Carmine.
It's tough. It's tough right now.
I'm not feeling Littlefinger this season at all, Katie. I'm just not. Littlefinger is limp finger this season. I thought Carmine loved Sam and Gilly. See, this is my favorite Gilly season ever.
It's better than it has been. Still,
yeah, because she was only in it like once. That's all we need. Seriously, this is the best Sam and Gilly stuff we've had ever. It's like it's so perfect. It's like the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Carmine loves Sweet Robin. Yeah, where is Sweet Robin?
I wouldn't mind a little more Sweet Robin. He's a fun little psycho. Like,
because if Littlefinger was smart, he'd get the fuck out of Winterfell and go to the Vale.
Dude, seriously.
And hide in the Vale, because these Starks are going to kill you, Littlefinger. You are not long for this world if you stick around Winterfell. You don't know,
dude. Like they keep grabbing him up. I'm telling him. Like,
I just don't want to buy that. This guy that we followed this whole season that ultimately started the war for the Five Kings.
I know.
So on the inside of everything, that him and Varys playing this game, yada, yada, that Sansa's vagina is putting him on tilt.
No.
I don't buy
I can't buy that.
I can't buy it, Katie. I can't. So let's see if area code 985 can buy it. Area code 985, can you buy that sound? That no, you don't have to talk about that. Area code 985, you're on the air.
What's up, guys? It's David again. I had a question for y'all.
Please.
You notice the castle's called Winterfell, right? Where winter falls, and in the books talks about the cold that comes from the crypts, and they always focus on the crypts. I think it's interesting that when the Boltons had it, it got so cold that Stannis' army was freezing to death.
Yeah.
The second stands in and shows up there, and then Jon shows up there. It kind of chills out for a bit with the winter shit. I think it's interesting that, you know, Stark always has to be in Winterfell, so I'm wondering if it has to do with the bloodline or what's going on. But ever since the beginning of season 1, they've been dreaming about the crypts and seeing that and everything down there. So I think it's interesting that all the past Starks have statues with weapons and their direwolves in their crypts. I'm kind of hoping that might play into maybe like a anti-Night King or something. But it's pretty cool. That's my thoughts. So just, you know, discuss it, please.
Good.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Good stuff there with the good stuff with the Winterfell. It is. There's so much to that, and I think the power comes to Winterfell now that 3 Starks are there. I think that's part of that music, that moment as it comes back and builds up, and I don't know. I think most of the battles that are going to happen with the White Walkers, that's kind of like the first outpost of it all. I think when it comes down to it, I think that has to be kind of like the base of operations for the White Walkers. Or is Winterfell just going to be overtaken by the White Walkers when they come down?
No.
No, Joe?
No. I don't believe so.
But that was an excellent call. Let's listen to a couple more voicemails here and a couple of these voicemails, like I said, I'm going to save for our feedback show where Kyle and I are going to be on Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if I don't get to your voicemail or text tonight, we'll definitely be getting to them on Wednesday evening. So let's listen to this call from area code 617.
Hey Phil, this is Karan from Pennsylvania. I got to make just 3 or 4 points.
Whoa, Pennsylvania, 617. Did you used to live in Boston? Sorry, I'm having. You used to live in Boston, 617. But here we go.
First of all, Jaime could have just thrown the spear like a javelin throw instead of trying to rush Daenerys.
Yeah.
He should have eventually thrown the spear. I thought that's what he was going to do.
Yeah, get some momentum with the run.
She's distracted and trying to get the spear out of Drogon. That's one. Second, Daenerys just burned all the food and the gold. She has the king in the north telling her that winter has come. Winter is coming. Winter has come, and she's burning all the food and the gold like she doesn't need it.
No, the gold was already in the. I know that most of the wagons were in the walls as well.
Yeah.
This is just a joke, but Davos saying to Jon, "Oh, mind if I switch sides?" He was the one who decided to follow Jon. Jon never told him to enter into the service. He's acting like Jon doesn't give the people that follow him any choice in the matter, which is that's all he's done. And the last thing I wanted to point out is I think there's a bit of continuity here. Mira says that when she doesn't go back, Bran just says thank you, and she says that just thank you, and then he goes. He's just like, well, I see so much more now, and she's like, you died in that cave. Well, we did see him be normal with Benjen after they left the cave.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this whole thing about oh, you died in the cave.
He didn't. Yeah. No. Agreed.
No,
he was not as gone as even he is portraying himself to be.
Brian says in the chat, I agree. It seems like he died or whatever at that tree. Like when he said, I'm the 3-eyed raven now. It's time to see what I can do. And from that point,
the next week and a half warged into something and lost himself.
Yep. How dare you, sir? I'm from Jersey. I'm loving the Stark reunion, says analysis. Gold is at King's Landing. Hopefully the White Walkers want to kill everyone if Jon convinced the North to swear fealty to Dany. High Garden is the place that makes all the food, would get people off this wagon shit. Food is for the Lannister army. How dare you? I'm from Pennsylvania. We got some good shit going on in the live chat. Danny and Davos and John were speaking facts as Timo when they alluded to Missandei being Danny's slave now. Good call. Great stuff. So let's take another call. This is also from area code 617.
Hey, so it's Karin from Pennsylvania again. This fucking Jaime guy. What the hell? He kills the Bat King when he sees that he wants to burn people. He tries to kill Dany when she's burning people, but he doesn't want to see it when Cersei does it. What the fuck? These D&D, these writers, man, they're fucking dumb.
So why didn't Jaime fucking kill Cersei for burning people, since everyone else he seems to want to kill that burns someone, Joe?
He didn't see that. He didn't witness it. He just saw like the aftermath. And has anything been really proven that Cersei did that? You know, could have been anyone.
Your mother.
You know, blah, blah, blah. But no, I mean, not only did he do that, but like he says to her at one point, our son died. Let's talk about that. And she's like, I ain't talking about that. And like, that's that.
Yep.
Like, Jaime doesn't even put it together. Because of the shit you did, our son died.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He just wants to hold on to that last remaining remnant of whatever fantasy he's been living in his whole life, as far as his relationship with Cersei.
He is whipped, says Low D Scholar. Timo says,
in other words, yeah.
Would you want to believe that's probably true? Two different things. Cersei is all Jaime has left. Hopefully they won't.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Jaime has always turned a blind eye, says Broke. Let's listen to this message from area code 985.
Hey guys, and Katie. This is Draven calling from Louisiana again.
Just wanted to
had a quick question and a point. The point is, anybody notice how creepy those faces in the werewolf tree look? Like before they were just cut out, I was waiting for the damn thing to start talking to Bran. The second thing is, do you think we actually will see a tree come to life and talk and freak people out? I think it'd be like some crazy acid-inducing, nonsense, but that'd be amazing. What if the children of the forest actually live in the trees, or come from the trees? That's just some weird stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna let her go. I'm still enjoying the show, so y'all take it easy.
I just think that would be difficult to do with it, even if they thought that was part of the story in any way. That would be difficult to do without coming across cartoonish.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I don't think they'll actually do that on the show. Let's take a couple of texts. And as I said, all the voicemails and texts that we did not get to, if you put your voicemail and text in tonight and we did not get to it tonight, Kyle and I will get to it on Wednesday evening. This is from Azimuth Games. Did you wonder why Jaime sunk so far at the edge of the water? Because of his fucking golden hand that sunk his ass.
Well, he's wearing armor, but just the depth right there, right?
Yeah,
That's,
it makes sense that he sank. It's just suddenly that deep.
And all I could think was maybe like
I mean, that happens.
It does happen. There are banks that can be that deep right up on the shore like that. But I was thinking it was kind of even if it wasn't that deep, it certainly may feel that deep if your armor is pulling you down.
Yeah,
I mean,
and so you're getting this perspective. Not only are you like being weighed down by all this armor and sinking, but you were just about to kill a queen and a dragon fucking, almost ate you somehow.
Face to face.
Like that's a lot of shock in that moment. Maybe it's the confusion of it all or whatever, but maybe that's more for us as the audience than it was as deep as it appeared. I don't know. But it
was a good
weird
visual.
to me too.
If nothing else, it was a very good visual, and it did convey, kind of what Jaime's going through in that moment.
Now, we only have 2 minutes left on the phone line, so let's take a couple of quick calls. Let's take Jay's final call of the evening. Jay, what's going on? Final points for the evening.
Okay, fine. I want to y'all are being too hard on Daenerys. First of all, burning the food is a strategy. The army needs to eat. If Cersei can't get food through her army, her army's not going to be that effective to her. That's why Sansa was talking about storing all her things with grain so they'd have food, and why Jaime took all the food from the Castle Rock thing out of there. So when they took their ships and they trapped them in there, they would basically have to abandon the castle. And yeah, so. And by the way, Cersei has a dragon. Of course, she's going to burn people with them. The only thing that makes her not insane is that she hasn't gone, oh, let me burn all innocent people. She was burning the Lannister soldiers who were trying to kill her army. What do you expect her to do? So, man, I have this dragon right here, and I really should use it. But you know what? I'm going to be stupid and be like Phil and just not burn people.
Of course she's going to burn the army. That's a perfectly valid target.
Yeah. I just be so nice and be like, hey, I have a dragon. Why don't you
pet it?
Bend the knee because I'm too much of a punk to use it.
Pet the dragon. Awesome stuff as always.
Well, if you don't have to use the dragon to burn people, and some people will just take that as like, oh, well, hey, I don't want to get burned by the dragon, so yeah, I'll bend a knee. But as far as the food supplies go, Jay, still, she laid waste to the fucking Lannisters that were hauling that food. If she doesn't burn it, it's still sitting there, and there's a Dothraki horde that could take it and bring it back to her island, or use it, or survive off it, and have her army use those supplies.
You mentioned earlier in the episode that they
supplies, but that's why even the episode is named The Spoils of War. It starts out with Jaime taking all that gold from Highgarden to go pay this fucking debt, plus whatever they could scrounge before they abandoned Lannisport. And then it ends with this big battle and Dany doing something very stupid and burning what could be spoils of war.
Well, I have to say though, the line was backed up and everything too, so it may have been inadvertent that those wagons of food may not necessarily have been supposed to be intermingled or whatever. Like it could have been a complete inadvertent act.
And when Sammy's daddy and Dickon come up to Bronn and Jaime,
Randall.
What's that?
Randall Tarly.
Tarly. He says most of the wagons and all the gold are already in the city. So this isn't even like all the supplies. This is just like, you know, the carts that got tied up that were still back, you know, with other troops. This might not even be the food. This could be just weapons and shields with Lannister markings or whatever. Who knows what was in a lot of these wagons to begin with. But Tarly does say at the beginning that most of the wagons and the gold are already in the city. So
I completely missed that, and
but what
caller, you're on the air right now.
He burns it instead.
Caller, are you there?
90 seconds.
I guess not. Caller, area code 111. Let's end this right now. If anyone has any more conversation they want to get into the discussion, you can always call in at 781-990-8509, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And again, that's 781-990-8509. Leave a message for our feedback show, and we'll take the calls there on Wednesday at 9 p.m. So let's take one more voicemail and one more text, and then we'll call it an evening. So let's take area code 919. This is a longer voice message, but let's play it.
Right. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I have to say first, that battle was awesome. I liked the direction in some parts. The hashing of people just instantly to just show you how hot the flame was, I thought was just
that was cool.
Wow, beautiful,
pretty fucking awesome,
great. My biggest problem.
I heard him in there.
Yeah.
I mean, minor thing with horses charging into spear walls, whatever. Every movie gets that wrong. I don't care. But why did they wait for so long to pull out the ballista to shoot at the dragon?
I don't think anybody knew about it.
What was that, Joe?
Okay, so the ballista is a secret weapon,
Mm.
right? You don't want Dany to know you have ballistas so that she can prepare for them. So even this ballista was the Scorpion or whatever we're calling it was in a secret wagon tent thing that I'm sure only a few people have seen. Maybe there was people talking about it, but I'm sure not that many people have been trained on it yet. Maybe a few people that were in that. But yeah, if there was anybody trained for the Scorpion, they should have been unwrapping that shit immediately when they saw that dragon.
Yeah.
But
if they had it, yeah, exactly, Joe. If they had it, they brought it. They should have minute the dragon shows up. Obviously, they thought about the dragon showing up, so they should have brought that thing out immediately.
Right. And so, but then that begs the question, you can train, night and day how to use this fucking thing, but when a dragon the size of a fucking football field flies
Your first dragon you
ever seen, that's flown over Westeros in over 100 years.
It's different than reality. Oh, we got King McKay in the live chat right now. King McKay will be joining us on our feedback show after episode 5, I believe. So not this coming week, but the week after. So I can't wait to talk to King McKay. So lots of love to King McKay and Carmine's other girlfriend. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, fuck. So let's continue here. Let's take one more text message and then we'll call it.
Yeah. Well, Phil, let me ask you a question.
Do it. Ask me a
Before
question.
that.
Do it.
So you're standing in the Lannister army, okay? And let's say you've been through a bunch of battles. Let's say you've been with Tywin's army since the Moon Men came down from the rock with Tyrion in that first battle, right?
Yep.
And you've survived all these things. You fought Robin, survived and won or lost, and you fought it at all over the fucking place. You've been in many battles, okay? And you're one of the guys in this column. And you hear the screaming just like Bronn and fucking Jaime do. And then these two guys start running down. To arms, everybody in position. Oh shit. And so you're like, all right, cool. I've done this before. I'm fine. And even seeing the Dothraki horde come up over. You've been charged by cavalry before. You're fine.
Sure.
You've been through that.
Same old.
Okay. Now the dragon shows up. This you have not seen before. So this has you worried. Has you a little scared, maybe, right?
A little.
It's
a little.
A little. We'll just say a little because you're a hardened, battle-tested soldier. Okay. So that has you scared a little. But then this dragon gets whispered his ear gets whispered into Draconis, right? And this fireball, this nut ball, stream of fire, 200 feet, we said in the chat there.
The dragon goes fucking Godzilla, Joe. Let's say what happens. The dragon goes fucking Godzilla.
Burn like the 50 people standing next to you, to your left. And Jaime is in the back off to the left going, hold! Hold!
No.
Oh, what? Bitch, I'm out of here. Fuck you. If you live and you see me tomorrow, yeah, okay, fine.
Sure,
I'll die
kill
tomorrow.
me. Cut
At
my
least
head
that's
off.
one more fucking day I get to live. God damn, fuck you. I'm out of here. That shit. And then after its second pass, you're still standing there? What? Nah. Papa ain't playing fucking barbecue today. Gone.
Don't
drop my spear, drop my shield, rip my fucking helmet off, as much of that heavy ass armor as I can, and start running and hope that no fucking Dothraki runs me down from behind.
Someone asked, could you make more background noise, Joe, please? Jamie, our men could need some R&R after the High Garden Siege. What High Garden Siege? We didn't see anything. I just got your message, Quixote. I will do that after the show. Sorry, Tom. We love you, Quixote. Quixote fucked with you.
Half those people should have, half that army should have been like, fuck that,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
They were way too loyal.
Bronn was like, Jaime, you should get back to the castle right now. You should not be here for this. This is gonna suck. And like, are you kidding me? Half those fucking soldiers would have thought the exact same thing. I can't see them. I can't see them saying, me dying a fiery death like Bob just did. He just turned to ash. Or Steve, whose fucking face is still melted to the inside of his fucking helmet.
Oh,
I'm looking at the sinew in his cheeks right now.
Yeah,
Let
no.
me just stand here for another 10 minutes. No, I'm fucking out of there. I don't care how many people I've fucking killed. I am so fucking gone at that point. Motherfucker, Mama didn't raise me to fucking fight no dragons. She raised me to stick a sword in someone's belly. She raised me to cut the legs out from underneath a fucking horse. Sure. She raised me to fucking stab a little child, throw a child out a window while I'm fucking my sister from behind. But she did not raise me to be no fucking dragon slayer.
Nope.
Man, fuck that. I'm out of here. Out of there. Gone.
Quit.
Bye.
Fuck the dragon.
See ya.
I'm
I
leaving.
quit.
Please speculate on what Davos thinks Missandei is lying about. When they first met, and in this episode, it's pretty clear he thinks she's lying about something. I think he just wants to fuck her.
Size of Grey Worm's Pekka?
Pekka count. I don't know. It's interesting. He's definitely pressing her for something. I think he's just extremely interested in her.
Yeah, I think he finds her fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Maybe
These
she
soldiers
reminds him
owe
a
the,
little of Shireen, because Shireen was very learned, and Missandei knows lots of languages. She may have been a slave, but she's very educated. Maybe
Missandei is really Mark Sunday, says Mike. 5 more likes, 200. Thank you guys, everyone in the live chat. Onion smells a spy, says Peter Griffin. And mini rant alert, says Iron Throne. Mini rant alert. Timo says, as much as I love Theon, Jaime is no Theon, and he will stay to fight. Jaime.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jaime has. I talked about Daenerys. Jaime also has mega balls. More balls than brains on that boy, but I fucking love him.
Yeah.
So, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Should we take one more voicemail?
Sure.
One more.
Let's take one more voicemail right here. Let's take this one.
Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, 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 Dick on.
Yes!
Use that dick on.
We gotta play that one again. We gotta play that one.
I like if Dickon has a kid, he'll name him Dickon also, so the wife can be like, this is Big Dick and this is Little Dick.
That one needs to be played one more time. I'm sorry.
Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, 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 Dick on.
Use that dick on. That was cool.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes, stick the dick on.
Bring out the best.
Oh my goodness. I want Red wants that to be the official podcast song, the song of his podcast. Red, I'll download that and send that to you at some point.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, Carbide. On that note, everybody. So no, fuck it. I want to take a couple more voicemails because I want. On that note, I can't.
Rejuvenated us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dick On song. I'm sorry. I have to play that one more time because it's amazing.
There is power in the Dick On song.
Dick on, Dick on.
The callers are amazing tonight, by the way.
Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, Dick on, Dick on, Dick on.
This is from area code 630, by the way, just to give full credit. Dick on, Dick on, Dick on.
Is a genius.
Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing in the call. So let's take one more call since that wasn't really a question, but it's perfect. So here we go.
Hey Phil, this is Johnny. I just wanted to ask, why the hell is this episode so damn short?
Shortest of all.
And then damn cliffhanger. Anyway, I just wanted to complain about that.
Yeah, I was going to actually say something about that. I'm glad you actually brought that up and played
Yeah.
that voicemail, because I was going to mention that. So this is supposed to be the shortest episode of all episodes of Game of Thrones.
Not okay.
And not only is that not okay, it started after 9, right? And then it ended a good 9 or 10 minutes before 10. And all I could think is, you have this big battle scene. How much would it have cost to put an extra 6 minutes of fucking fighting in? Come on. Like, it's really, how many more shots is it? How much more?
Yeah, like loop some more horses running into spikes. Give us something. Come on.
Timo says this is supposed to be the only short episode this season, I thought. But do you know what I have to say about it?
Dick on, Dick on, Dick on.
That's what I got to say about it.
Yes.
It was a good episode. It was short, but it didn't bother me. It was a lot of shit happened in this episode. I understand that it was short, and I'm very conscious of time that we're having in Game of Thrones. I feel like even within this, I think they were struggling for things to put in this episode where it comes down to it. They were kind of filling out times because we got the Daenerys and Missandei talking about Grey Worm's penis scene. We got our sexual exploit scene. We got the Davos being like, I'm no big city lawyer, but Daenerys got some nice tits scene with Jon Snow. We had those two scenes built in there just to kind of fluff up time. I mean, the battle could have been longer, I guess, but I think this episode had a good ebb and flow to it.
Yeah, even the Theon scene could have been saved maybe for another episode. It was almost just thrown in.
Yeah, it was almost like everything, especially the couple times watching this episode, it's like, yada, 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 get me to the battle. Get me to the battle at the end. Yeah. So, I mean, I think there was a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff that it's just kind of a weird episode, but it is an awesome episode and one of the most fun I've had in the Game of Thrones episode. Even though if you spend too much time, you can pick things apart here and there.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna recast my MVP vote for the episode
for Jaime Lannister. Final. Oh, we got J.R. McLaughlin. Tips. Thank you for a new visitor. My usual post-game show didn't air tonight. I have to check this one out again. Thank you for joining us tonight. When we appreciate you coming over here with your usual one. Did not post tonight, but that's awesome. We're lucky to have you tonight, JR. And thank you for the motherfucking tip. Because of that, you get a spin of the wheel. And whatever the wheel lands on is the prize you get. Thank you for joining us tonight. It means a fucking ton to us, dude. So here we go. Let's spin the wheel, motherfucking Junior McLaughlin. That's a good name, too, Junior McLaughlin. Hey, Junior McLaughlin! You fuck! It says, we got to everyone drink Junior McLaughlin. Junior McLaughlin, here's a toast to you, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you come back sometime. Whether you watch us after your show or the next day, we appreciate you checking in and share your comments.
So the new MVP for me for tonight goes to 603 or 630.
630. 630 is the MVP for our
630, correct.
For our
exactly.
And here we go for our
On, Dick 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 on.
You said Dick on. Hey, now, that was cool.
It's Timo's Rip the Night. 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 It's Rip the Night.
Oh, you guys tonight, the calls, it's not just the Dick on song. We've got a lot of really awesome voicemails. I see we have 2 more voicemails
Not
left.
just the dick on your brain.
It's not just the Dick on my brain.
On the Sunday.
It's not just a dick on my brain on a Sunday. I'll show you a short episode. Let's go in the live chat for a little while before we call this a live stream. So many awesome stuff. So many awesome friends.
Katie Benson is fucking fantastic, Daniel.
Fucking great. This show rocks hands down. Brie, awesome. Game of Thrones is amazing. Fuck Sansa and Dick on says Timo.
Fuck Sansa. Fuck Sansa.
JR says I might need to take the next 3 Mondays off to get drunk for this shit. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'll do it.
Sounds like a plan, JR.
We're much funnier drunker. The drunker you are, the funnier.
I didn't really have. We only had a little booze tonight.
Joe and Katie aren't really buzzed tonight. I'm the drunker one tonight. I shaved my face and I needed to get all petter ass and drunk today. Hey, Katie. You're looking pretty nice over there, Katie.
No, you didn't get all pederast. You got all petter prayed upon.
True. Very true. So Master Miyagi says, dick on, right on, left hand.
Dick on.
Dick off. Dick on. Dick off. Dick on. Dick off, says L. Christian Coleman. L. Christian Coleman, welcome. I don't recognize your name, but
dick on the fence, dick off the fence.
Oh
my. Best defense, no dick on. Fuck Sunday, dick on. Great stuff. I like tonight's show, not too wasted. Yeah, Phil's trying to up his creep level to compete with Littlefinger and Bran. It's true. It's true. I try to be more creepy than I probably actually am, but I feel creepier shaved. I can't help it. I do feel like, hey,
we feel that.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're sneaking into high school dances.
Exactly. I feel like I'm a little bit more creepy with the beard. It shows more my actual age with the big gray Santa Claus beard. And I think it's gonna be fun. By next season of Game of Thrones, this is gonna be the Santa Claus reviews. And I'm gonna be like, ho ho ho, Merry fucking Game of Thrones season. I'm Skinny Santa Claus. Ho ho ho.
My favorite holiday.
Skinny Santa reviews, Katie. Come on.
Sweep the dick on. Sweep the dick on, Johnny.
Nice.
Sweep the dick on, Johnny. Sweep it.
Oh, that was great. That was.
No, I will grow it out. I basically shaved because I was running out of shaving cream, so I shaved, and I will just let it grow from now until the end of Game of Thrones season. But yeah, I like to occasionally get kind of goofy. And shave it all. It's a far different look, as people were saying. Yeah, my uncle Phil Beard was on. It's time for cousin Will.
Hi everybody, this is cousin Will. Welcome to the after show. If you were here just for Game of Thrones, and now might be the time to go.
No, but everyone, Phil's the only dude who can look 51 week and 17 the next week.
And then 50 the week after. Trust me, you have that whole fucking year.
You guys don't realize how quick this grows. By the feedback show with Kyle, I'm gonna have a fucking beard.
I shaved last Sunday. This strip right here. This is how much in this strip has grown back in a week. His would be all fucking filled in.
Uncle Santa Claus Phil says Timo. Mike says I like smooth Phil better. I mean, people should have left the porn mustache. I think the next thing I'm going for is just a porn mustache. By the end of the season, I'll just have porny mustache going on.
So who likes smooth Phil and who likes rough Phil?
Oh, Katie wants the poll. You want the poll? Smooth versus rough Phil. Katie, you like rough Phil. You don't.
Oh yeah, no, rough. Absolutely rough.
You like it rough, don't you?
Poll. What?
Yeah. Katie already admitted she likes it rough. What's going on? So Hulk Hogan stash. Give the Hulk Hogan stash. You look better without the beard, says Regina.
You say terrible things.
we all say
I don't say terrible things.
Joe says great things. Joe says inspired things, Katie.
Sure.
It's not true. It's not true. I don't believe it. It's not anything. So we have a couple more people. Jay left a message. We have 602-401, and we have a bunch of text messages. I'm going to be saving those for our feedback show. If anyone wants to get in any more calls or questions, get it in for our feedback show. Our feedback show will be this Wednesday at 9 p.m. I'll be joined by Kyle's Fucking Chickens or Azora Hype. He will be joining me at 9 p.m. We'll be on for about an hour or so taking live questions. And, what was that, Joe?
I am a compassionate, tender lover.
Okay, so he says, Bill, this is down in Mississippi, man. I've got a question. It seems like everyone's thinking that he's gonna hire the Salesforce company or whatever, the Golden Company, and that this will be Dany and Dario, second sons as well. I doubt that this makes it over here, or even makes it to the West world, Westeros. What is your opinion on that? I do think the Golden Company will show up as part of Cersei's army next season, but I don't think Dario will come back in the story.
No, I think he's done.
Yeah.
Who's done?
Dario.
I don't think we'll see Dario again.
Oh, back
Donnie's
over there in the
ex.
Essos.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next season we're done. Maybe there's a tie-in. Maybe word gets back to Dany somehow of the Gold Company coming over, and maybe he knows the Gold Company, or
Holy fuck,
he goes and takes them out or something. I don't know.
Holy fuck, we got the Bloody Talker through a 14-hour work shift. Peace, brother, Bloody Talker. Thank you so much for your fucking awesomeness. 50 Shades of Joe, says Peter Griffin. I mean, they get so many super chats. Thank you so much for all our super chat donations tonight. You guys are insane. You've been so awesome to us. It makes me want to give you one free, for all the super chat donations tonight, I want to give you guys one free spin of the wheel. So here we go. Here's one free spin the wheel. Join Phil tomorrow while he plays Zelda. You better play Zelda tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I'll be starting tomorrow afternoon sometime and playing some Zelda streaming on the Dirty Issues channel. So if anyone wants to join me over there, I'll be doing that, the silent Zelda stream. But here, one spin of the wheel for all of our super chat donations. You guys were amazing tonight, and the live motherfucking chat is the best part of our show. It's not about Joe, Katie, or I, or Carmine, or anyone else that comes in here, or Walking David, or Roarst, or fucking Nick from History Buffs, or any of the guests that we have. It's all about the live fucking chat that comes in here and fucking shares the awesomeness. So it's all about Joe's penis. It's all about Joe's penis. No, I'm sorry. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel.
It's all about Joe's dick on.
Here we go. Play it again, Phil.
Dude, that tampon's been in for so long, big boy. You don't want it pulled out already.
Whoa.
Don't. I have to make up a song? What the fuck? I have to make up a song. No one wants to hear me make up a song, dude. Today. Do you want to hear me make up a song?
Yeah,
no. Do you want to hear? Let's listen to the sick. Let's listen to it. Do you want to? It's a stupid song. Yeah, it is. It's fucking shitty. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Where is the music? So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You guys are amazing. We really do appreciate it. And we will be back next week. Joe, you're back next week, right?
Yep.
Okay. Joe and Katie will be back next week.
Straight after the last day of Comic-Con, Sunday, after Comic-Con in Boston. So next week, you can come check us out at our booth at Comic-Con.
Yep.
Boston Comic-Con, Boston Convention Center.
Yeah, if anyone goes to the Boston Comic-Con, you can go and check out Joe and G4.
G-Force.
Yeah, G4 Comics, etc. What was the website is? Yeah, G4 Comic.
It's not currently operational.
But still, you can check out their booth at the Boston Comic-Con and check out that shit. So
we got the best booths.
Everybody. Ooh. My name is Daenerys. Wait, is that it? Is that the only piano? I was about to like kick in there for like a long fucking song. Wait. One day, I'll burn them all. I take my time with my motherfucking action. Search for the brain with the goddamn traction. Go inside to burn them all. I go to the Skyfall, go to the burn them all. She tries to shoot me with an arrow. I dodge that shit. It gets in my shoulder. Fuck that shit. Clit. I'm burning it all. Burn them all. I'm gonna go back home and shit the fall. Woo! So that's your song. It sucked, but it's okay. It's okay if I make up shitty songs, but at least I hold up my end of the bargain. No, it's okay. So everyone, thank you so much. Please get in your questions, your comments for our feedback show. I'll be on Wednesday. If I did not get to your voicemail or your text, I will get to it on Wednesday night. I will be with Kyle at 9 o'clock for probably about an hour. And then I'll be back on Friday as well. That's the schedule for this week. And then the following week after that, as I mentioned, I'll have King McCain. The week after that, I'll have Tony Teflon. And maybe I'll be on a couple of times here and there between that. There might be a Sopranos stream this week with Matt coming by, maybe on Thursday or Tuesday. We'll have to see about that. But lots more fun coming. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Joe and Katie, have a good night. We'll talk to you guys.
Thank you, MFC. It's good to see you.
You guys in the motherfucking chat were amazing tonight. Thank you for all the super chat donations. It's fucking incredible. And let's fucking get out of here. No, that's not good. Let's hit for Braun for hitting a fucking dragon. Let's go out on this.
No. Take us out with the dick on.
What was that?
Out with the dick on.
The dick on. Oh yeah, that's true. It's true. Jeff. We have to go out on.
Definitely the MVP of the night for me.
We have to go out on Dick on here. Where is Dick on? I have to find Dick on. What was it?
Put that dick on, Phil.
Was it 630? Is that what? Oh no,
630.
Yeah, here we go. Good night, everybody.
Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, Dick on, Dick on. Dick on, 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 Dick on.